All right. We're
All
live.
right.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
This is the camera. We can look to camera. I'm Sam.
And I'm Jyotsna.
And this is Happenstance. Take it away.
The podcast where we give our stance on TV shows and movies we haven't seen. And from our perspective, we're always live. But
Say that. I'm not even right now. But today on live is going to be a juicy, juicy day. We've got Hey Kipp.
Hello.
Hey Kipp.
hey, Kipp.
Hey, whatever you want to call me.
Hey.
Hey,
Kipp.
Kipp.
Okay. And I'm leaning back already.
You're going to go backwards.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
it would be like if you were like a drag queen. That's how I would announce it. And I'd be really excited.
Hey, Kipp.
Hey. So Kipp, how should we introduce you today? We normally go over this before, but you were also so helpful and integral to us setting up this Twitch stream
Yeah, of course.
that we didn't get into it.
Wait, what did you just ask me?
How would you like to be introduced? Streamer, artist, friend.
Wow.
Right.
Isn't that
Comedian.
gorgeous? There's so
Uh,
many different labels.
Incredible griller of lamb.
Yeah.
Dressing.
I actually recently just cooked lamb again on a grill, and it all lit on fire.
Like
Like the whole thing.
the,
It was
the whole
all
grill
caught-
lit on fire?
No, I mean the meat did, but it
Yeah.
was like engulfed in flames.
Damn.
Wow.
I put it on high, but it was like a grill that I thought just like wasn't strong. So
Yes.
I was like waiting. I was like, wow, this isn't heating up at all. I guess I'll turn it up and then like walk away. I walked away for 5 minutes and I came back and then it just
It
was
was
all
on
on
fire.
fire.
All on fire. But was
Yeah.
it like a flambe situation? Like, was it
Did you eat it?
savable?
I ate some of it. It was kind of embarrassing because I did it for a friend's birthday and I was like really hyping up. I like marinated it overnight. You know, I've done this before. I just was like, it was a grill I never really worked before. So I
Yeah.
was like, oh, you know what, whatever. I'll leave this for a bit. And that was a really bad idea.
A new grill is tough. It's hard to
Yeah.
drive.
Yeah,
Like
because
a different car.
I just
Yeah.
assume that grills suck. Is like
Yeah.
my experience because I usually only work with charcoal grills.
They seem like they're just out on the patio being neglected.
Right.
A little difficult.
Yeah, I don't know why propane grills kind of freak me out a bit.
They're more powerful.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
think I mean, look, from cavemen had charcoal grills.
Say it.
Like they were doing that. They didn't have freaking propane tanks. They didn't go to the gas station and fill that shit up.
I think it's just bad to have a tank of something.
Anything.
I think that's late capitalism vibes to
No,
have a
that's true.
tank.
And you know, I hate pet fish. Like I hate that whole concept. So
That's messed up too.
tanks are messed up in general
Yeah.
across the board.
Wow.
Not a fan.
That's such an interesting take. I really like that.
Thank
Just in
you.
general, tanks can be bad. But what about like water tanks?
Nice that they hold it, but like,
Mm-hmm.
did we have to get to this point where we have to put our tanks in water?
No, I mean ideally no, right? Because we would have wells and we would be taking
Aquifers.
Good, yeah, we'd
Right.
be taking good care.
No,
of it
water
rather than,
tanks is like Mad Max coded.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Hey. Because, I mean, water tanks, well, even like water towers. What do we think about water towers? 'Cause
Love.
That's what I was
Slay.
really thinking.
Hate to
right.
say it.
I
'Cause
love
that's
a
what-
water
'Cause
tower.
they're really cute to look at.
They're so cute.
and they're kind of just like homey.
I have such a relationship
Yeah.
with my hometown's water tower. Sometimes there's crows that land around the ring, and you're like, this place.
Yeah.
And it's like you can just really drive around and listen to like I listen to like kind of emo country and look at the water tower.
Yeah.
I kind of love anything that looks like a giant lollipop. Anything that looks like a giant snack of any kind is okay in my
awesome.
book.
Okay.
Kind of like a marshmallow.
That's fun.
How does this work pacing wise? When do we start?
When we look at the chat, oh, Kevin had a question.
Oh, yeah, I can do this. Hold on.
Yes, Kevin in the chat asked, "Did I dye my hair green for the subject of this pod?" I did. Hint
Hint.
about what we're talking about today.
And if you like tuned in without knowing, then you're a real one.
Yeah. Shout out Kevin.
Shout out Kevin always.
Annoying twink. Sorry.
Annoying.
We don't want to dox you.
Maybe
Take
he
it. We'll cut
wants
it from
to
the final
preserve
app.
his anonymity
Yeah.
in this time.
So this is our first ever Twitch stream. Kipp is being highly integral. Oh, we're making the chat big.
Yeah. Since he's gonna read.
Whoa! What? Oh, Kevin wants to be doxxed.
Okay.
Okay.
Kevin was
he's-
in a Discord a couple nights ago,
Yeah.
just playing Dress to Impress, just by himself.
What is Dressed to Impress? I'm loving the name.
Oh, do you know it's in
No.
Roblox? It's that Roblox dress up game. Do you know what I'm talking
No.
Oh wait, I do know about
Yes.
this.
You can win. Can you win dressing up in it?
about? Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
That sounds pretty fun.
Yeah.
And I feel like Kevin would be good at it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, easy online banking. Hello.
Oh.
And also hi, Alfie.
Oh.
Easy online banking. in the
Easy's
chat.
here. Easy's in the
Yeah.
chat.
Yeah.
In it from a movie theater potentially.
Oh my God. Seeing what?
See, what are you seeing? Should you scream fire?
Dylan, you should.
Is that allowed on Twitch? Can
Are you
scream
allowed
fire?
to encourage
Yeah, why
somebody
not?
else to scream fire? Okay.
Yeah.
It's not a crowded theater.
Yeah, because it's all like a joke.
Only of the
It's all a joke.
mind.
Yell fire and then say it was about your own outfit.
Yeah. Well, a lot of things you can like get away with saying certain things, like if you're gonna say in the context like, "Oh, I want to kill you," you can say like, "I want to Minecraft you."
Okay.
You can say that, but that
Oh.
also will not hold up in a court.
In a court of law that you want to
'cause-
Minecraft somebody?
No, because it's like implied that that's what that
Wait,
means. So you can't even say
Minecraft
that.
means kill, like,
Yeah.
That's-
That's
Like
the
you could say like,
lingo.
"Oh my gosh, I want to Minecraft myself,"
Yeah.
and
But,
people
like,
know what you mean.
in a court of law, they would be like, Your Honor, everybody knows.
Yeah, it's like implied. Like they could get some evidence against you to know that that's what you intended to mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
If they take me to a freaking court of law after I try to Minecraft myself, I'm going to be pissed.
I guess if it's like so, I mean, yeah, it's a whole thing.
I'm
It's a
going to
whole
be pissed off if I have to defend myself after that. I hope I don't do anything bad.
That would be so
Besides-
cringe.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
Roblox myself. See, yeah.
What does that mean? Jerk off?
Oh, that's a fantastic question.
Robe on my locks till I...
Gonna
Dress up
Fortnite
game.
Joe Minecraft.
No, you be careful with that, Dylan.
Yeah, don't bring his
Whoa.
name up in this
Whoa, whoa,
chat.
whoa, whoa, whoa. That's how the feds are gonna come for
Relax.
us finally.
So, guys,
Guys.
What's up?
what's up? That's the big question. What's up with you lately?
Oh shit. Do I go first?
You can
Sure,
go in
if
any
you feel
order
inspired,
want.
or we can, whatever.
What's up with me? I got a haircut. Whoa. My haircut, and it's all like layered.
I love layered.
And I normally I just had it like all really one length, just all long.
Yeah.
And then my other friend was actually getting a haircut, and then I was just there with them, and I was kind of like, man, should I get a haircut?
Ooh.
And I was
A
like, you know, what,
spontaneous
screw
haircut.
it. Yeah,
That's
and I
That
was
feels
like,
good.
Yeah.
That's how I've gotten most of my
that feels
piercings.
really nice.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
What
You're-
piercings do you have?
Like a cartilage one and my nose one. We're both just like a friend going to get a piercing, and then I was just like, all right, guess me too.
Heck yeah.
I wish my friends were doing more cool, badass stuff often, so I could just constantly be like, you know what? Me too.
What's
That's
like,
an awesome feeling.
Like what? Like what would you wish?
I
Like
in my culture they like to ride 4-wheelers. I think I would pussy out on skydiving. I don't think I'm brave enough for that. But I would love if someone's like, yeah, I'm just going to this mountain to tear it up on a 4-wheeler today. And I was there, I'd be like, okay, me too.
Wait, you were on the mountain already for other
We're at the base of
reasons?
the mountain
Okay.
in LA. It's
Oh,
realistic.
right.
Yeah. We took our little asses there for some reason, and I'm going to hop on. But a haircut's exciting. Layers are really exciting.
Yeah.
You can style it different.
Yeah, I normally when I was younger I didn't really like layers, but now that I kind of like understand my face shape and stuff, like I understand what kind of complements it more, and I'm like, oh yes, like these particular layers like do kind of frame my face in a way I do enjoy.
You've
Kip, I feel
discovered-
like you're very good at like knowing about like the color like theory and like just various theories for how to look good.
It's all and that's what it is exactly.
Right.
It's all theory, and it's not
Right.
like
hypotheses even.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like the theory of I forget. There's like blank theory and then the theory of blank, and I forget which one is actually like the state like
color theory.
like the Big Bang theory or the theory of relativity. Like theory of relativity is like an actual like it's true right now until proven otherwise by
Okay.
science, versus like the Big Bang theory is a theory that hasn't been proven, but there's like some evidence to suggest it's like enough to kind of play around with it.
Okay.
The phrasing of it is pretty. You get
This
it.
one isn't for sure. It's like maybe.
Maybe
yeah,
that
it truly is
yeah.
like like color analysis theory. That's how you truly
Yeah.
you should not say the theory of color
Color
analysis.
analysis.
so if you say
shrug.
the theory
I don't
of
know.
no, if you say the theory of color analysis, then it's not set in stone.
It's locked.
Yeah, and in the sense of like actual art, I think that's different. But
Yeah.
in terms of like skin tone and how things go with each other, like undertone, overtones, like it seems like it's I don't know. It's interesting because there's also different ways to style something, you know, because it's
Yeah.
like not just the color of an outfit and how you match it, but also like the style of it, of like a low cut versus like a turtleneck and all these other things that like add to what kind of fits you the best, or
How
like
you're
how you
draping
like
your
it.
pieces.
Yes,
Your
exactly.
particular swag.
Yes,
I just think
exactly,
new
yeah.
breakthroughs could come in that we don't even know about.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of science.
yet.
That's the beauty of
absolutely.
science. And they
Maybe-
are pursuing.
I could see in like 10 years where you're like, I really want to
fits.
start wearing green, and like you can change your undertone somehow. Maybe it's all coming.
That sounds like the
Interesting.
next big injectable. Like they already you can freeze and fill, and maybe you can like do like you change your blood a different color.
Yeah.
So you can
finally.
slay in pink finally.
Fascinating.
Yeah. They could do it to people for movie roles.
Yeah, that could get dicey.
It could be bad.
This is
that
crazy.
could get like.
This is also like
Yeah, people could flirt with racial danger
no,
for sure.
This is getting into also like designer baby. Like, what if not only everyone just says eye color, hair color? What if you could pick undertones?
Yeah,
You're worried about, is my baby gonna slay from in utero? That's insane. That's the future they want.
Right.
That you're like already so attached to your baby in utero. You're like, but are they gonna slay?
Mm-hmm.
Can I help them do that?
Yeah, they rock.
Well,
a
this way
coral
you can
Yeah.
buy baby clothes that are gonna
see. Yeah,
match your baby so well.
That would be nice to know what to shop for.
yeah. If you have like warm undertones and the person you like have a kid with is cool undertones, like what the hell's gonna happen?
That kid could
then
be
they're
looking
neutral
like
tone,
anything.
and then that's like a nightmare.
What are you gonna wear for family pictures?
Gold or silver?
Yeah.
Gold or silver?
Gold
Wait,
or
what's the
silver.
theory on gold or silver?
Gold, silver is.
I
if
think
you
I'm
have-
silver, but I want to be gold.
Yeah,
I think you're silver too.
I
You're-
don't
'cause
know.
that's
It's so obvious,
It's-
right?
it's
but I
cool
can't
tones.
explain
Wait,
why.
can you see your finger?
Yeah, of course.
this
This
on.
is my finger, everyone.
And then silver on this microphone.
Ooh. I think it's silver.
Yeah, I think it's silver.
It's silver. Everybody, it's silver.
It's
But
silver.
it's like wear whatever,
I'm
wear whatever
silver.
you want, but also like yeah.
Are you
silver
gold? I
kind of
see. I
pops
detect a
in-
lot
No,
of gold.
I am gold.
You're
I am gold.
I'm actually more silver.
I think
but-
so too. You
but-
look kind of more cool.
Yeah,
undertoned,
but I'm defying it all by wearing this gold
yeah, like
nose
who
ring.
cares? You know, if
Yeah.
you like it and you like how it looks, that's all. That's all.
Now
that
and then
That's
I
all
do
that
have like a
matters.
moment where I'm like, oh my god, this should be silver, and then I freak out about
But
that.
to switch it out, do you ever try to change your own nose ring?
It actually fell out recently, and I had to put it back in, and it was the worst.
Was it like
2
30
hours
minutes?
of my life.
Yes, and you cried the whole time. I always have to like grab something like this. I used to have a nose ring, and I'd have to be like, and like push it back in.
Mine doesn't hurt like that, but it is like it just isn't meant to be.
One time my dog bit it out of my face. I was home for like Thanksgiving and my mom was like, I can't believe you've had that. And then I was watching TV on the couch later and the dog came and like licked my face and just took it right with it. And it felt like my mom had sent our dog to go remove the nose ring from my face. Not possible. Have you ever pierced your nose or anything facial?
No, I just classic Mexican baby, and I had my ears pierced when I was like, who knows how many months old.
Wow. Do they make smaller earrings for babies?
That's a great question. I'm. Yes.
Can babies hold a full size earring?
Yeah, like I mean, just like the normal
A little
piercing
stud.
gun works, but I don't know. I don't remember. I mean, I don't know because I wasn't. I wasn't.
Your
conscious
baby.
really. Yeah, I didn't.
I also had my
do
ears
anything.
pierced when I was literally an infant.
Yeah.
And the crazy
How do
thing
y'all feel
is,
about that?
I'm fine with it because
Yeah.
I would have done it
Mhm.
anyway. But the crazy thing is, because nowadays, if I get a piercing, it's got to be with a needle. It's got to be like, in a professional setting. I'm very
What'd
like,
they do
picky
with?
about just at the mall in a kiosk with a gun.
Oh. I thought when you said it's got to be with a needle that it was going to be done with something that I was like, no, I think the mall kiosk is okay. I've gotten a piercing at Walmart before.
I
Mm-hmm.
think that's where I actually got mine.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a popular
Walmart.
place to get
Yeah, when I
babies
was a baby,
pierced. Yeah. Sometimes in Walmart in my hometown, I would just go and like check in on that aisle to be like, is the baby getting
anyone-
Is it
pierced?
baby
I just
getting
wanna see
pierced?
that?
Yeah.
That's
Just because there's nothing else to do.
But where do you draw the line though? Because like people feel comfortable piercing babies, but you couldn't pierce a dog, for instance.
Some people, I have seen that. Some people do that.
pierce dogs.
Yeah, I think that's messed up.
that is
you're-
messed up.
I had a boyfriend who had like cool hippie parents and they pierced each of their sons just 1 ear when they were a
Yeah.
baby. Not the gay one though, which I think is
Right.
like,
Oh.
what does
'Cause that's
that
good.
mean? I think like, what's up with that?
Yeah.
They need the option, but
Why
I thought
just
that was
one?
cool.
Just do both. Let
yeah,
them
I think so
decide.
too. I honestly, I'm almost in the vein of like everyone should just pierce their baby's ears.
I kind of like
both.
it.
Yeah.
I like it
I
too.
think it's
I think
cute.
it's cute too. And pierce the boys too.
Yeah,
No,
pierce
babies
everybody.
of all
Yeah,
sexes
yeah,
and
exactly,
genders
yeah.
should have
Yeah,
pierced
yeah, yeah,
ears.
yeah, yeah.
There's this one image I remember I saw from one of my high school classmates on Facebook. Shout out to you if you're somehow listening to this. This was truly awesome. Of like a baby, like little baby wearing a big ass gold chain. And I was
see?
like, that's hard.
yeah, see, that's
It
so
was a
cool.
hilarious baby jewelry like pic. Yeah.
Getting to just be able to accessorize more. Like obviously there's clip earrings. Those can kind of hurt after a while.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I think that's more.
I think that's
Ash
worse than
over here
piercing.
loves clip earrings.
yeah.
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 I
see?
could never do that.
Yeah. So it's just like, it's nice to have someone else to have made that decision for you.
I
Now
know,
you can
take a-
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
accessorize way more.
You
now.
guys
Yeah.
need to go to India. The babies in India are dripped out.
Hell yeah.
I would love to
Oh.
see that. I would love to see see
would
that.
love to
If
see
anyone
that.
wants to email
They're
us
also like wearing makeup too.
images
Like that's
of
allowed
slaying
too.
teen
Yeah.
babies,
Yeah.
please send them our way.
Also, Kevin says, I want to wear a single dangly pearl earring. And why
Yeah.
not, Kevin? Why not?
I
Well, yeah,
can't
I have
believe you
two
have
in
it.
right now. You can have the other one. Mm-hmm.
You should do it. Kevin, if you come over here in the next 2 hours, I'll pierce your ear tonight.
Whoa.
Live on Twitch.
Oh my gosh.
Kevin, if you take me to go get your ears pierced, I'll get something pierced. And I don't even know what yet.
You know what's weirdly actually the two safest piercings to get?
What?
Or like the
Earring?
easiest ones to do. One is the earlobe.
Nipple.
And the other's nipple.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Isn't that fascinating?
I heard actually the one that heals the fastest is like genital.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I was doing that.
That's witnessed.
Kevin's down. Hell yeah, we're gonna do
Let's
it.
go.
Wow.
Because I was doing that stream where I was raising money for fundraising for like tech and stuff.
Yes.
For the
For
Streamer
what?
for the
Kipp?
Streamer SmackDown show in San Diego.
Oh shit! What's that? Tell us more.
Oh well, during TwitchCon weekend, TwitchCon, which is a convention for Twitch streamers and viewers and whatnot, happens
Like us,
at
like
the
y'all.
San Diego Convention Center downtown.
Mm-hmm.
And me and Easy Online Banking and a bunch of other streamers are doing a show with Chad Damiani,
The clown
Clown
daddy.
Clown Boss,
Clown
the Clown
Boss
Boss.
of
He's gonna be
Los
live
Angeles.
directing. He's gonna be
Yeah.
live directing a bunch of Twitch streamers to do Clown. And yeah, you can buy tickets somewhere. You can go to my. You can go somewhere. I haven't like fully published it out yet because I'm still waiting for 2 people to confirm they're in the show. But it's like I'm kind of just sending it out.
We'll put it in
anyway.
our podcast
Yeah.
description.
Sure, that'd be
too.
awesome.
Yeah.
I heard the people rhyme with Dapple Chone and Bill cause sex. That second one was distracting.
that one
It was just
distracting.
Little Nas X, but it was a wrench because it made you think
because
of
it
Bill
really-
Cosby's
yeah,
crimes.
it
It really
did,
did
it
make
did.
me think about.
I went there really quick too. I'm looking always thinking about Bill Cosby's crimes.
But only
I
because-
hated those.
only because everyone's wearing such amazing sweaters all the
I
time.
felt betrayed by that.
Mm.
You think about Bill when you see a good sweater.
Yes, every time I see a good
Yeah.
sweater, I'm like,
You think
look
about
like,
crimes
yeah.
and abuse of power.
Well, first I think, a
Sucks.
sweater, and then immediately I'm thinking about Quaaludes. It's just
Yeah,
a quick
1-to-1.
route,
Sucks.
1-to-1, pretty
one to
much.
one.
All right, should
Sad.
we move on? What's
Well,
going
what's
on with you?
I was gonna ask you. Do you want to say or should I say?
All right, I'll say.
Okay.
Say it at the same time. Say it at the same time. Say it at the same time. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
It's Halloween summer and I'm like working through that. You're trying to say the same thing as me right now?
No, I was just going blah, 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 blah.
Oh my god, cheating.
Because I have to pull up my notes. That's why I did
Cheating.
that. Sorry, that was fucked up of me.
Yeah. We're talking about spooky stuff today and you're doing witchcraft on me?
Yeah, I was chanting.
That's
I was
messed
chanting in some
up.
Latin. What's going on with me is I feel like I really want to call a guy to fix all my problems.
Like a handyman?
Not even a handyman, just like some guy we know. I do think like lately, like we've been blessed with the men in our lives. They're
Always, as always,
As
just
always,
shout out
as
to
always,
men.
shout out
to
men.
some men.
Some
There we
men.
go. There
some
we
men.
go.
It does feel weird saying that shortly after the Bill Cosby discussion, but
Yeah, not shout out to
Not
him.
shout out.
I'm sorry I brought that up and everyone had to remember that again.
But yeah, I'm just like whenever something's wrong, I'm like, I'm gonna call one of my good guy friends or just even a guy down the street. I don't know.
Just do anything.
And I guess it doesn't really have to be a guy, just someone. I just want to call for help lately.
Yeah, do you think
There
that
you
could
go.
mean something?
In general,
I don't know. That seems like a. Do you not get what I'm saying? Like some sort of like
Be more direct.
yeah, either some sort of family trauma thing or like something you didn't get as a kid.
huh?
Whoa.
Do you know, not particularly that, but you know what I'm talking about?
Or
It's like
daddy issues.
Daddy issues.
Yeah,
Daddy
perhaps,
issues
or
are
like
being
parent
alleged.
issues or like sibling issues or I don't really know. It's like someone like
I
I,
think
just
it's
want
like-
someone to help me.
Almost the
Maybe not.
opposite. My parents are like almost overbearingly helpful. So I feel like in adulthood I've had to be like,
Now
stay
you're
out of my
lacking that.
business. And now I'm like, actually everyone should come in my business and help.
Yeah, well, maybe that's the thing is because does your family live far? Or?
They do.
Okay, so then it's like, oh, I'm so used to my family helping me all the time, and now I don't have that physically around me. So like, that's bizarre because I'm so used to everyone like trying to get in my business and trying to help, and so because of
And now
that.
no one's in my business. But the dangerous part is sometimes someone's in your business and you're like, yay, and then turns out he's crazy.
Yeah.
And that's that's
you're feeling far away from your family in a strange place, and you're like, I need someone's help, and then whoever the universe presents you with,
he's there.
that may be more of a problem.
Might have a cool outfit on,
but maybe that'll teach you to like pick up and handle it yourself, you know.
Mhm.
So now you got to deal with this guy too.
And then he might be the real problem all along, and
you had it. You had it.
I did have it. You know what? I have really been thinking about this because like our setup, right?
What
like,
do you mean?
Our podcast setup. Like we all along we were like, how do we do this? Like how do we make a
we were like crying. We were like, when?
We were like, if only somebody would do this for us
and tell us how to do it.
And then we just did it.
And Googled it for one day and talked to our dear friend Hey Kipp. And yeah. Grow up. Grow ups, us.
Sometimes you just like, tech stuff or just setting things
Freaking
up, you
grow
know,
up.
it's a whole thing. But then you learn it and then you feel like a pro. And then like,
yeah.
you know, this took me like, I mean, I'm still learning stuff and I've been doing this for like 3 years now.
Wow.
So like all the knowledge
You're
I've gained
basically in
3
college.
years.
You're a junior in Twitch college.
Yeah, actually, maybe a senior.
A senior.
I'll say I'm
Rising
a senior.
senior? New school year at Twitch college?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you have any resolutions for your new school year?
Resolutions for a new school year?
That's when they always kick in for me.
Is that?
I think I cared more about new school year than I did like January 1st.
Oh, sure. I've never made a school New
You never
Year
had a school resolution?
Mine was
I've
always to
never
be
heard of
cool
people.
this year, finally.
Totally.
Wow.
Now summer's over and I'm back a brand new me. That's like what my head was saying
I'm like,
in like August.
I bought this pink camouflage composition notebook. It's over for these bitches.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm like in
You
the
all
US
did
Army of journaling
Yeah.
at school. Yeah.
Did you do that?
I mean, a little. What,
Wow.
of buying the composition book? I actually still have it.
Of being like,
Really?
I'm going to change my life for school. You never changed
Yeah,
your
it's
life
like
for
the new
school.
school year. You're like, here's what I want to do different. Like you had goals and
To
stuff.
manifest your vibe for
I
the new
mean,
school year.
vaguely for school. I think I had like a really big one for college. Like when I went to college, I was like, wow, I'm different. Nobody knows me. I'm going to be hot now.
That's a very teen movie. I was doing teen
yeah.
movie goals for myself too, but like wildly not hitting the targets. But having fun. It added drama to my life.
Okay. You don't have to have. I think like goals like that are silly anyway.
Well, I'm just trying to think like if I ever did that in school, even in college, and I don't think I ever did. I just was like, I just need to survive.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna
Just
keep
going
trying
in
to
raw.
get B's.
No strategy.
And nope. I just was like, I'm just gonna keep doing it because things are kind of working, and I'm able to pass my classes.
I think that's a
so-
better attitude.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
And I don't think I ever burnt out from school, which was nice.
I didn't
think
either,
ever.
but I think I was mostly like looking out the window and having thoughts like, am I the new me yet? Instead of like thinking about school the whole time.
Yeah.
I really wish, I'll think a lot about like puberty and how preoccupied I was with like me stuff. And I feel like that was so like culturally encouraged. And I'm like, now I don't have any skills. I wish I'd learned archery or something.
Well, were they
and
teaching that in
piano.
your school?
Not at school, but I could have got there. I could have said, what about archery? Instead of like,
You want to learn?
Oh, after school?
yeah. What about my vibes? That's what I was saying.
I was just reading too many books. That
That
my whole
encourages
problem.
introspection.
The dangerous
I was
road.
on that too.
Dangerous road. Don't stay in school. Don't read. That's our advice.
I
for
think
our
it's okay to
listeners.
take a break from reading. I often read like 4 books in a row, and then I'm like, oh my god, my divorce. And I'm like, I don't even have a divorce. Like,
Wow.
I get 2 in the media.
Hmm.
I guess that's kind of why we have this podcast.
media.
We're in it.
We're in
We're
it.
fucking in it. Kipp, what's your favorite media?
Me like
It can be a
books, movies,
form
music.
or whatever. I the other day said my ultimate visual media is reality television to someone. And they
Yeah.
asked if I liked movies more or reality TV. I picked reality TV.
Wow.
Wow.
I don't know. I don't think I do have one. I think it's just like media in general. I'm almost, I guess.
Say your true feelings on it.
I would say I guess TV. I guess I like watching TV shows,
Yeah.
but I'm not even like fully paying attention to them. It's like I'm just
No.
kind of having them on while I like take a nap
Yes.
because I'm just like working. I'm working all the time. I'm like editing. I'm doing stuff, and I have stuff in the background.
Yes.
Like the only times I'm ever choosing to really like partake in media, like and really focusing, is if I'm like going physically to go watch a movie,
Mhm.
like in a
yeah,
theater.
Yeah, yeah.
And I like doing that. I find that fun.
Yeah.
But like, it's almost like nothing interests.
No, that's
Yeah.
super
I don't know.
valid.
I also
I
think
don't know.
media is too. It's so oversaturated. Where
Yeah.
it's like
There's
not,
so much shit.
It's not
It's
precious
overwhelming.
anymore.
No.
Like and nothing. Like I think books and
It's
like
background.
going to the movies are the only 2 things where you actually have to focus on one thing because you can't physically read a book while doing something
while
else.
you're at the movies.
Or like while you're doing your dishes
Yeah.
or whatever. Oh,
Yeah.
you could. That'd be fun.
Yeah. No, I think that totally makes sense. I find myself doing that sometimes where I'm just having stuff on in the background but like taking in nothing, but I like want to have it on for some reason. Yeah, I had to during the pandemic. Before the pandemic, I found that I couldn't actually like sit down and watch anything because I like, couldn't care about it. And then during the pandemic, I tried to make myself do it the same way you try to read a book, to just divert my attention on like an old episode of Gilmore Girls and see if I still could. And I do think it got me somewhere, but like
Laptop's almost out of charge.
laptop's out of charge. Tech person.
No, wait a second.
Okay. Jocelyn said she has to poop, so she got up. In case anyone's just now tuning in, Jocelyn is having a big old poop. What I want to say for my what's up today in this technical interlude.
What's up?
Thank you for asking, Kipp. Thank you. I'm really noticing this year. Thank you, tech person. Oh my god! And just like that, Jocelyn's back from the.
That's very fast.
One thing you need to know about me is I'm a quick shitter.
All right, quick shitter.
And that's the new school resolution.
School. Yes.
Yeah. I'm getting quicker and quicker by
Poop
the
so
day.
fast.
Yeah.
I did have a friend who at one point in middle school, as a brag, told me, sometimes I can poop faster than I pee.
Kevin is asking if I wiped. Kevin, yes. No, actually, no. That's the part I skipped. You're right.
Wow. Accusations being lobbied. Thank you for the reminder, Kevin.
Doesn't need to wipe because bidet.
Bidet.
I actually do have a bidet.
There we go.
There you go.
Yeah, why would you need to wipe?
Facts.
Air dry.
Facts. Air dry.
Bidet with an air dryer.
Oh, that's
a
pretty
dryer,
gourmet. I don't know why that's the only word
I
I
would
can
want
think
it
of.
to have
Gourmet.
an air dryer.
Yeah,
Gourmet bidet.
Adding like a fancy food word to bidet is interesting.
That made me feel like my
Yeah.
stomach flipped over. I was like, not gourmet bidet. And even air dryer made me think of air fryer, bidet air fryer. And I was like
Bidet.
scared.
Yeah,
One-
like,
I would
anyway.
never. But what I want
Anyway.
to talk about today is I think this year more than ever, have y'all noticed that it's like summer Halloween?
Yeah.
Or Halloween summer?
Totally.
Like we're in a new season that I think just started existing in the past like 2 years.
Where it's just like it's hotter for longer.
It's hotter for longer, and then late capitalism pushes the seasonal stuff earlier. And so I think this thing's and I think we need it. Like, because I love summer and I love Halloween. And I think all of these forces together are making it so if you go somewhere, it's like September 1st, you're seeing Halloween stuff. It's 110 degrees. You're wearing shorts, but like it's time to buckle down and be a little creepy with it.
Right.
And I love that energy.
Yeah. I mean, there was always horror movie summer, but now I feel like
It's falling
it's
into
more of a vibe than just the movies. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it's making people a little oogity boogity.
I also thought, I mean, I feel like we even might have talked about this on the pod, but
Yeah.
like, it was also a goth summer randomly.
Yeah. And now that it's Halloween summer, to what like heights will that reach? Yeah, I think it just kind of as the real seasons fall away, new micro seasons are emerging. And you think I'd be against that, but I like this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess also people tend to forget that like even though I've lived in SoCal like all of my life, I like always forget that like September and like August are the hottest months.
Hottest months, totally.
Even into October still. It's like quite hot.
So,
Like that's
yeah.
fire season.
Yeah.
Because the marine layer, like June gloom, if you hear about that, May gray June gloom, it's like there's a marine layer that's like coming in that protects us from the heat. And then as soon as that kind of dissipates during like the end of July and like August, then it's just like, because that's when Santa Ana
Brutal.
winds come, and that brings in actually a lot of hot air.
I
which
love
makes
the
it
Santa
even
Ana
hotter.
winds. Those are so Halloween summer. Are
Yeah.
you saying that as a Californian, you've just always had this experience of Halloween summer and it's new to me?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think so.
And people hear like Halloween more than other places too. Like LA is psyched for Halloween. You can feel the theater kid energy.
Right.
It's
There's been-
like everyone's teeth are out there
been
to
a
rip into
slow
it.
but urgent ramp up to Halloween.
People are horny.
I think
Speaking of
we
slow
need
but urgent,
this. Yeah.
I'm feeling everyone's being like on the prowl.
Yeah.
Well, it's so exciting because that's like the
Boogity.
beginning of like all of the holidays that are like very fun
Yes.
to partake in. Of like it's like that, and then it's like Hanukkah, and then it's Christmas, and then also like
Let's
just
go.
others, just like other fall activities. It's just like
Yeah.
that's when it all becomes more interesting, and also more so it's just like not as hot, and that's like a way to celebrate.
Right. We're on the
also.
cusp of something. And when it's not
Yes.
as hot again, we will celebrate.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that will be a beautiful
it's
like
devastating.
celebration.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
it's so hot.
It's so
it's so
hot.
hot.
What's everyone gonna be for Halloween? Asks Kevin.
Ooh.
Good question. I initially wanted to be Harry Potter, but he's been tainted by his creator, much like so many of us, in a way that I don't know if I am trying to rep him anymore. I had a fun idea yesterday, but what was it?
Well, I suggested yesterday while we were at Party City, or today at Party City,
Time flies.
that you should be Lightning McQueen.
That's a
Oh,
great one.
I did like
That's
that
a great
one. I think I would do it in a creepy way too, where I would wear like a red morph suit with a hood and then paint the car's eyes on my eyes.
Yeah.
Maybe headlight tits sort of situation. I don't know what to do with the rear of it all. Or tires. Do
I think you should have
tire
like
hands?
you should have a little exhaust pipe.
That's funny.
Just coming out of your ass.
Yeah, it could be a toilet paper roll.
Yeah.
That writes
Spray
itself.
paint. I have silver spray paint.
Oh, we're in business. We're in business, Lightning McQueen. All right, decided.
What about you, Kipp? What are you gonna be?
This is actually something that I've been wanting to do for a while, and I am still working on the costume of it because I was gonna actually go and cosplay it at ALA, which is like Anime Los Angeles, which is a convention that's in January. But I'm gonna try to make a version of it in time. I'm gonna be Mexican Hatsune Miku.
Oh,
If you know who that
Global
is.
pop star.
Yeah,
Yes.
you know. Yeah, so which is wild because
Our tech person knows, and they're dating. Our tech person is Ash is dating
Hatsune Miku.
Hatsune Miku.
No,
Yeah,
Ash doesn't
yeah.
want
Oh my
that
God.
rumor
Yeah,
spread.
no,
And she's
Yes,
pregnant with your
is-
baby?
no,
Oh my God.
Ash, I told you to wrap it.
Oh my God.
I always tell you to wrap it.
But but I was like, I couldn't believe this happened because this was months ago. Months ago, I was like, okay, I want to make a Mexican Hatsune Miku because
Yes.
I just was like, no, I haven't seen anyone do that because I was looking it up, no one's doing it. And then literally like 3 weeks later, someone on Twitter makes like Brazilian Hatsune Miku and it gets super popular. And then everyone's making like different like ethnicity Hatsune Mikus and like, different cultures and stuff. And I was like, fuck, I wish I like did this just a second sooner because like
it would
I
have hit
thought of
harder.
this. I literally thought of this before people were making that.
That's how you know it's genius too.
Yeah.
Parallel ideas. Everyone was like, my ethnicity Hatsune
Yeah.
Miku. It's time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I need to act on it fast before it gets saturated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you
Before
still
it's-
going to do it then?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it because I don't
Okay,
think
nice.
I've seen a lot of drawings, but I still haven't seen people like dress up
Oh, well then
yeah.
it's time.
as Mexican
Yeah.
Hatsune Miku at least.
Yeah, at least,
Totally.
guys. At least someone needs to dress up as
Yeah,
Mexican
and that's
Hatsune
what I mean.
Miku.
Wait, how do you make it Mexican?
Yeah, how are you gonna make her Mexican?
Well, I have there were a couple ideas. I was thinking of doing like a full like mariachi suit and then
Cute.
just having the
Hair.
and adding like some fun stuff to it.
So good.
Or like the traditional like Mexican like floral dresses with like their embroidery.
Yes.
and
yeah,
everything.
yeah,
Gorgeous.
Frida Kahlo
Um,
style.
Yeah, I was like, there were a couple images I saw that people drew of Mexican Hatsune Miku on Twitter that I was gonna take inspo for. So I'm not sure if I want to do like the mariachi outfit or if I want like the long dresses for like dancing. I'm still torn. Yeah.
I think it would be really cool, and feel free to like think about this note or not. If you could be body pillow Hatsune Miku, because I think it's funny to somehow make a body pillow outside of your
yeah,
person
yeah.
and then walk around like that.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's fascinating.
Maybe
that
I'll
is
just be
funny.
body pillow me. Actually, that's
Wait,
kind
what
of
if we
funny.
all are different versions of Hatsune Miku?
Well, I'm gonna be in Italy.
She's gonna be
Really?
Italian Hatsune
I'm gonna be
Miku.
Italian Hatsune Miku.
In Italy?
No, I'm gonna be in Italy for most of October / going to
shoot.
Budapest / Boston. Hit me up, guys.
Yeah,
Hit
if
me
you need to
up.
book Josina in Italy, Budapest, or Boston,
Mm-hmm.
email happenstance with joanstam@gmail.com.
Or
I'm
if
her
you just-
manager, and I will be taking 20%.
If you want to just give me a handful of candy or something.
Don't take candy from people while you're traveling.
What's wrong with that?
I think it's risky.
Ooh, Sam.
Yeah.
Kevin says that you're gonna be conservative Hatsune Miku. That's funny.
That's funny.
Okay.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Good nomination.
Sounds like Sam.
Good nomination.
All right.
Yeah. You could have a big gun. Fun.
Yeah.
I last year was a tennis player at a party and brought a tennis racket, and people like responded to me like I brought a weapon. And I was like, guys, I would never consider this beautiful like art tool a weapon. And everyone was like, put that down. So I would actually bring a fake gun. Did you ever be at a party where someone brings a fake gun that's like
Yes.
too real?
Yes.
I've been at that like multiple times in
Wow.
college. Hate it.
Yeah, it feels weird. Like people are joking around, they think it's really funny, but there's too many things happening.
It's
and I'm
not.
like, I don't know.
And I think it's like still a minor power move, like if you had a real gun.
Yeah.
I don't like
Yeah.
the spirit of it. I think is not good vibes.
Yeah,
Right,
I
because you could
understand that.
still accomplish most of what you could do with a real gun with a fake gun.
Also,
AKA
if you want to just be a
threatening.
creepy weird guy, you can just be that. You don't
Yeah.
need props to be that.
Yeah, and you probably already are if that's what you want to do.
Exactly. So just relax. Just relax, everybody. If you have any impulses like that, don't do it. Relax.
Yeah.
All of that makes me think of our topic today.
Does it now?
Yeah, creepy guys, temperature, icons. with hair color that you might not expect.
Popular Halloween costumes.
Yeah.
Hair
Period.
period.
Today we're talking about Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. Both of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's the old one.
We're actually talking about Beetlejuice, and we're also talking about Beetlejuice, which means I just
said a second. 3 times.
I said it 3 times.
There was enough time in between where maybe it doesn't count.
I
don't know because I've never seen.
We gotta talk about this.
I haven't seen it either.
I don't know when it counts. Like that's one of my things is I don't know when it counts. I can't figure it out.
I think the Beetlejuices should be called Beetlejuice. This one should be called, I thought this was so funny when I thought up the other day, Beetlejuice.
Okay.
And guess what the third one could be? Threedlejuice.
Oh, that sounds way better.
Threedlejuice.
And I got so excited when I thought that up, and I wanted to like email, I don't know, 24th Century Fox if that exists anymore, and be like, guys, do this. But I like Beetlejuice too.
I like it too.
Yeah.
But they can't do a third one.
Yeah, they actually can't.
It'll be too threatening.
Like weird.
It'll be too.
Why? That can just be Threedlejuice.
Threedlejuice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe at that point it'll be sillier. And that's fun.
Yeah, I think for the rules with Beetlejuice saying it 3 times, I think that if you say Beetlejuice, and then if you take a breath, like a full breath,
doesn't count.
Beetlejuice, it doesn't count.
I think so.
Well, or if you say anything in between, or if there's like longer than like a 3-second pause, I think it shouldn't count.
Well,
rules of 3 seconds.
Yeah, it seems like you have to say it like Beetlejuice for it to count. I don't think you can do. Every time you guys are looking at me like I said,
I literally got a little scared.
Like I said, Bloody Mary.
We don't know what he's like in the movie. What if he's really scary?
Oh yeah,
you
guys haven't even seen it. Wow, that's crazy.
As a child, I was like scared of Bloody Mary for real because one time I was at my friend's house and we were in her bathroom doing it, and her mom, who's like Mexican Catholic, taught us by doing it. By doing it, we mean Bloody ass Mary. We were in the mirror and we were gonna say that woman.
The only
say
thing
her name.
More scary to a mom than her daughter having sex in the bathroom is doing Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary, and she came in and she heard us say it twice, and she literally busted in the door and was like, "You girls do not say it again. You do not welcome an evil spirit into our house." And I was like, that makes sense. And so I live by that now.
Yeah, I almost think like the rituals of doing that, like if I am in a mindset of like that kind of stuff is real and I don't really know.
You're inviting it in.
I think even just the mindset of doing it, like that's already, like you don't even have to say it. Like you already thought it.
I think so too.
And you like prepared and did this thing. Even not even saying it 3 times, like you already said it.
I think
you said it.
I think that's part of what Beetlejuice is actually about. Because like I think Beetlejuice is also about the power of advertising.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Say more.
I don't want to. I'm trying to figure out how to say more without like spoiling it outright.
I'm gonna add that to my notes. We can try to guess how's Beetlejuice like the power of about the power of advertising.
It's like the more you say it, the more it's on your mind. It's just if it's there, even if you don't want to hear it, it's just like, and it's like bad advertisement even is good advertisement. It's like bad PR is good PR, you know? It's just like, even if your name's out there, it's on people's minds and people would buy it, you know?
Do you remember that product? It was from infomercials. It was called Head On.
No.
And you put it on your head. I don't know anything else about it except it was called Head On and you put it on your head.
Head On, apply directly to forehead.
Wait, come here.
But what is it?
Wait, our tech person Ash knows he's plugged in.
Head On,
apply directly to forehead.
But what does that mean? Like, what do you apply?
Do you know what its purpose is?
I think it was to relieve headaches.
Okay. That
But
seems like a good
don't quote me on
pitch, but
that.
I don't believe that works. But it had this
I don't think it
incredible
worked
commercial
either.
where it just showed a person like in a PowerPoint 80s style way, like pulling out a big glue stick, and it was like, Head On, apply directly to forehead, and then it showed them rubbing it on their forehead, and
So
you were
it's
like,
like
I
an
want to
ointment.
do that.
Oh yeah, so
but
it was
in
like
a glue stick.
But it was like Tiger Balm or
okay.
something.
And you're an
Yeah.
adult, and it's unexplained, and that's all they needed to say.
You know what? I'm sold.
I want one right now. I wish I had glistening, greasy forehead from Head On.
Yeah.
But advertising, that's what I just think of. I don't know anything about that product, but I remember the ad, which I don't know if that's good advertising.
And people don't remember what you say. They remember how you made them feel.
How did
Say
Head On
that.
make you feel?
Say that, Don Draper.
It's true, but it's true.
Attentive, alert, ready to be better.
Okay.
Made me ready to improve.
Yeah. It made you aware of your shortcomings and how it could be better.
Head On.
Head On.
Apply directly to forehead. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I think Beetlejuice is also in a lot of ways about advertising.
So much is.
So much is.
Damn it.
But yeah, no, we were talking earlier when we were doing like the planning meeting for this, like just like the idea of saying things 3 times in general,
The rule of 3s comedically.
but also in
That's the
scary
funny thing.
ways.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's power. It's a number with power.
And also just saying someone's name is power. Like there's also that movie, like what is it called, The Boogeyman or something?
No, but is that the thing?
Oh no, the Bye Bye Man.
Oh yeah.
Don't think it, don't say it. Don't think it, don't say it. That's another movie I
know.
didn't see, but I remember that ad.
I think there's also just an inherent scariness. Those movies are about censorship. It's about manifestation, but it's also about censorship and how it's kind of scary to be like, I have to censor my thoughts. I have to not think about this or say this.
Huh.
Even though you like want to, then you're like scared.
Well, the hardest thing to do is not think about something.
Right. Like the don't think about elephant thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be scared if we said elephant 3 times and an elephant was here. And they're a natural creature.
Elephant?
Yeah. No, I literally feel scared even though I know it's not going to happen. That is how I feel about Beetlejuice, even though like he's just Michael Keaton and he's not real too. It works on me.
That's so funny.
It's also similar to how like when you say something around your phone and you start getting ads for it.
Hate
Like
that.
words have power.
Hate that.
Yeah.
And freaking pictures are worth 1,000 words. And
Yeah.
freaking videos.
Words, yeah, picture words 1,000 words, and 1,000 words is very powerful.
That's
'Cause
very
words are powerful.
powerful.
'Cause words are power. Wow.
Yeah. And
Videos-
power is money.
Power
money
is
is
money.
time,
Money
and
is time
time
is power.
Is power, and time is like
About how it made you
is
feel.
valuable, and valuable is money, and money paints an image, and image is worth 1,000 words.
An
Yeah.
image
There
is
we
worth
go.
1,000
Full
words.
circle.
There you go.
Full circle.
There you go.
Yeah.
Full circle of
Take a
fear.
picture of that.
Take a picture of that.
I was scared that whole time.
I know. I
The whole
thought in the middle of it you might say elephant.
No, I know how it makes you feel.
It's
I was
excited.
I was
Never
worried
do
Kipp
that.
was gonna be like elephant because I brought one and it's in your backyard now, and then it breaks through our door.
That'd be fun.
That'd be interesting. That I don't know. I don't know. I guess we'd try to keep the camera rolling.
Yeah,
That's
we keep
what I
going.
would
The
do.
show goes on.
Yeah,
The show goes on. The damn show goes on. So speaking of that, what do we know about Beetlejuice? What's our like earliest interaction with Beetlejuice as people? I personally know it was on ABC Family throughout my life, but I wasn't clocking in. And I'm a Tim Burton lover, but for some reason this one wasn't a sit down piece for me at
Yeah.
age like 12.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know why.
I don't know either. I couldn't even tell you. I think I became really more aware of it when it was a musical. Like people were talking about the Beatles musical.
People
Not
were
Beatles.
going wild. The Beatles musical. There's
Yeah,
also
yeah.
one of those, and I did watch it, and it was one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
They were giving out tickets for free because no
Oh,
one wanted
really?
to
I would
love
see
to go
it.
to that.
Yeah.
Just like yeah, when something becomes a musical, it like automatically my
God.
brain just becomes horrible.
Yeah.
And
Agreed.
no hate to musical lovers because there are some. I've done musicals. I've been in musicals. Like,
That's
I have-
different.
yeah, and that's my own like trauma, and I'm just like kind of just in general will like not favor musicals as like
Same.
my kind of media I like to consume. But it's just like yeah, I don't know. It just turned to this thing where it's like theater kids who are now millennials, which was me, and that is me.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to be associated with that, so I just like
You don't want to be Glee vibes.
That's kind of your like
Yeah.
New Year's resolution in a way.
maybe is like
Oh
not-
shit! That's totally a new Glee
Perhaps.
resolution. Is you're not gonna be like the
Perhaps.
musical theater kids anymore.
But it was never like a choice. Like
Yes.
I just
it was
just
a
knew
natural
made me feel-
inclination.
yeah, it's like I knew it just made me feel uncomfortable, like seeing like those kinds of people like grow
Me
up.
too.
And I was just like, I don't know, but I just am not vibing with this. Like this is not working for me. Like I don't.
Well,
just
I think
don't
the
connect.
people, the community is really intense.
One time in college, I took a playwriting class, and it was like the heat of Mississippi summer, and we all did go in this basement. And so it was like me and 8 sweaty theater kids. And one day, someone was just like kind of grooving and like had Hamilton playing on their phone, and then everyone started singing it, but I didn't know the words. And I looked around, and everyone was like sweaty and like really like giving it their all, and I felt so threatened. I felt
Yeah.
scared.
Interesting.
The intensity of their love, it was really shown to me.
I think it's just people. This is gonna come off really like a read, but
Oh,
it's
no.
people who just could not command attention in,
That is such a read.
in like real life, except to burst into song that everybody in the group already knows and do a little dance that everyone already knows. You know what I mean?
But I do love that. Like I'm like play Grease, and I'm gonna love that.
Okay.
I do have it in me. Like I know I do. I also love to be in a musical.
Yeah.
I don't like to watch them that much, but if I had to pick one to like be in, I would be in a musical.
Versus watching a musical, you'd rather be in one.
Yes, because
I
I think it's
understand that,
indulgent to sing.
Mm-hmm.
Because
It's like
you're
a little
also
treat for
learning
me to
something.
sing.
Yeah, you're learning something and you're spending time to like put something together. Like I
Yes,
can
community
understand
oriented.
that.
Right.
Yeah, I don't
You can get
know.
really deep in it.
Yeah.
I get it. I have the impulse on musical theater kiddom.
I think truly my only reservation is hanging out with the theater kids. Like that's
But then you're
Yeah.
1 too though. 2 worlds,
Two
1
worlds.
family. What
I
Disney
think I'm
movie is that from?
resistant to it. I'm like the black sheep of if I was on the musical, I would be like the bad one.
Like you can't be the bad one, you wouldn't get cast. See, and that's the musical theater kid means. It's like
Yeah, exactly. You're like the
this
Hermione.
is a point of pride.
You have some Hermione musical
Rachel
theater
Berry.
energy.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So this year I'm gonna get the freaking lead in the school musical, no matter what it takes.
And there's the passion.
And there's the passion.
Yeah, I wonder if it's also like people not liking musicals because they see people get so like engrossed and passionate about this thing that they're
Mhm.
like, oh, that's like embarrassing to be so into something.
Yes.
Like just people being passionate about something.
people
Maybe
bully
that's it.
everyone for being passionate about
Yeah,
things.
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
I feel like a big target is cyclists because they have to wear the little outfit,
Yeah.
and the little outfit goads people into wanting to comment on them. And I'm like, I guess no. I think if you have a passion for real, good for you. And we're jealous. I'm
Mhm.
jealous.
True.
Like, but yeah, the cyclist thing. Everyone can see your junk. You're
Right.
wearing it, and you're driving by like a Pizza Hut. It's just
It's
people are
just-
looking and
it's
thinking
just
about it.
Crazy to
Really
me
into
that
it.
sports fans and musical lovers can't get along. Because to me, like they're both equally cringe in different
Absolutely.
ways.
Totally.
Absolutely.
And
yes.
I'm more sports fan than musical fan.
Me
There we
too.
I
go.
would say.
Mhm.
But like I know it's the same. It's like being obsessive about something that
Right.
has absolutely nothing to do with me. And
That's
like,
what High School Musical is about.
yeah, knowing a bunch of losers' names and like
Yes.
yeah.
And same with like knowing celebrity culture. It's like people who are really into
Yeah.
celebrity culture. I'm like, whoa.
No,
like,
that's
okay.
that's like
But
woof.
it's just like seeing people get so into something. I don't know, but like I even talk to people who are really into music, and I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Music people
But
are
as soon
tough.
as it's musical
Mhm.
theater, I'm like, oh. Like, or see people get really into video games, or see
Mhm.
people get into like rug making. I'm like, oh, that's really cool.
Yes.
There's certain things like
Yeah.
cycling, and then like
Mhm.
yeah, like musical theater, and then maybe even like I don't know,
Say it.
like I don't know, like white people learning Japanese, like,
Oh.
it's like those.
Oh, fuck
just like-
that.
Say
No,
that.
You know what
Say
I mean?
that,
It's
yeah.
it kind of is all in the
Because-
same world of like white people doing embarrassing things.
Because
White
to
people
me-
doing embarrassing things.
And it's not all white people, obviously.
And
like,
I have
consuming
met
and doing
some
these
people of
things.
color who are
Totally.
really into musicals, but for the
Yeah.
most part, it is white people.
Mhm.
And also, I am very pro white people learning a second language. They
Yeah,
freaking should.
absolutely,
They
yes.
freaking should.
But-
But when it's Japanese, it's like
And only Japanese, and they're like, yeah, they're
Yeah.
just
Don't be weird about it.
don't be
fetishizing
weird
and
about
shit.
it.
Yeah,
I
don't be
feel that
horny
way
to learn
about-
Japanese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I do think it's like a little ridiculous when like, because I'm in a musical improv class right now, and
The
now
truth
and then,
comes out. The truth comes out.
And here's the thing.
I'm
Here's
sorry,
the
I'm
thing.
laughing.
No,
I-
laugh it up. Laugh it up. This is a gotcha moment
Okay.
on herself. You got
I'm
yourself.
doing it because I love singing
Yep.
and I love improv.
Yeah.
Look, I
But-
think by second semester of this school year, you're gonna want the lead in the school musical.
But I hate it when everyone bursts into a song from the Music Man, and
yes,
I'm
and
like,
you can't eat too.
and I can't.
I wish I had access to that. I sometimes do wish I had access to musical theater joy, but I don't.
Yeah.
But I also then I judge it, but it's like all related.
Yeah.
I feel like so like if you're really into rug making, that can be cool because everyone can like look at your rug. But rug
Mhm.
making doesn't inherently lend itself to like being in your face or performing rug making.
Mm.
And if you like musical theater, you're also tend to express that by doing musical theater. And that's can be a lot.
That
Like
can
they
be a
call it a
lot.
flash mob because it's like a mob feeling. Like it's a
Right.
little scary.
Exactly.
And I think cyclists are kind of like that too because they're like you're sharing the road with them. And they're like
And there can be
doing
a
their
ton of them.
thing. Yeah.
And like people
when they're
who
in packs.
yeah,
there's, like, a
and people who
Scary.
are really into like movies I do find them annoying. Like people who are really into like classic films and stuff, but they're not like pulling up Casablanca on their phone and like making me watch it.
I wish
Like-
they were. That'd be the only way I'd watch that shit. Is if we were at a restaurant and someone was like, watch and propped it up good. I would be
Yeah,
like,
if they buy me dinner, you
like
know.
an iPad baby.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
how I want to watch
They
movies.
definitely have to buy me dinner, but
I would love that. Okay, if anyone wants to do that to me, email us with Happenstance with Joe and Sam at gmail.com.
yeah, take Sam out.
Take me on an iPad baby date. I want to watch a show on an iPad.
I saw a kid at a restaurant watching Bluey on their phone, and I was
Fuck
watching
yeah.
it from the other table.
Yeah.
Oh, you were watching it?
Yeah.
I don't know anything
There's a
about
new
Bluey.
episode. I didn't recognize
I know that Bluey has a really killer dad.
Okay.
I've heard this from dads.
Maybe we should do an episode about Bluey.
What's going on with Bluey? Well, I wish we had a little kid in our lives who we could be like, what's going on with Bluey? And then be like, tell us the real tea on Bluey.
But
nephew.
you've watched Bluey, Kipp?
Yeah, I've seen like all that I can't see.
What?
Fuck
Yeah, I
yeah!
love Bluey.
Wait,
I
you're
love
the
Bluey.
kid. Wait, you can come back on for Bluey. We
Yeah,
shouldn't
well, I'll
spoil
talk
it
about the
today.
dad. I'll talk about the mom.
Tell us
Well, it's
about
this
tell us about the
classic
dad and the mom.
trope where it's like, oh, if the dad is even somewhat decent, oh, what an incredible father.
Oh
No, I hate to hear that.
But in general, you know what I mean?
No, that's exactly
No,
what this
that's
life is
true.
like. If a dad just behaves a little as a
Yes.
parent, everyone's like, "Oh, this is the biggest deal ever. We celebrate
Yeah,
him."
yeah,
But it's
yeah.
expected from the mom.
But then it's like, where's the mom?
And
the
his-
mom's just doing the thing that she has to do because we expect that.
and
Yeah,
Bluey's
yeah.
reinforcing that. It's not addressing
I
that.
thought Bluey was supposed to be like a more progressive take on.
No, they still will like say they say certain things that's like just to the side of like diet culture stuff that I think isn't healthy or just like
What?
little things.
Are
that
they
I'm like, I don't
influencing
feel about
Bluey
it.
with diet culture?
Wait,
I don't
Bluey?
know.
Okay, wait.
Like the dad will be like, oh, you know, like I'm fat or something, and like saying it in a way that's like that's bad or other things like
Oh
little
my
things like
God.
that that I'm
Wait,
just like really
is
like we're still
Bluey
doing
a
that?
dog?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Which
They're
I think is
all
so
dogs.
interesting because it's like exactly Blue's Clues, but no clues.
And yeah, Bluey.
Like just every 20 years there has to
be
be one
a blue dog.
that we love.
Clue
The
is
blue
why
dog
the
in
mom
art.
hasn't divorced that dad yet.
Okay, so it's that bad.
No,
like,
it's not.
should the mom dump
No,
hit
it's
the
not.
dad?
No, it's not. No, I think it's just like anytime I see like two parents and they have kids,
Yeah.
I'm like, man, your life seems like it kind of
Sucks.
Like this seems like you're having like a really, really
Hard
hard
time.
And like
yeah.
no one's helping you.
No.
Like raising a kid takes a village, and then it's just like the grandma comes over sometimes.
And that's not
and
a
it's like
village.
that's not enough. No.
No.
Wait, so what is the dad doing for the family specifically?
The dad, well, it's like he'll do stuff, but he's just sort of like I don't know. He's very fun. He's like a fun dad,
Oh,
and he
not good
plays with
enough.
them. But like that's not enough.
He's
like
free to play with them because the mom's doing the mom stuff.
yeah, it's like he'll like help with things, or he'll like do like some chores sometimes, but like he'll do it in a way that's just like I guess I have to do it.
Oh, he's a complainer.
It's
Who
kind
would you
of-
give Bluey to in a court custody battle?
Whoa, probably the
Bluey's mom or Bluey's
mom.
dad or the
Probably
grandma?
The mom. Ooh, the mom.
If they're both toxic, the grandma. Okay, you said the mom instantly, so you knew. I believe you.
yeah,
That's
I
who
think the
deserves
mom
Bluey
would have Bluey
for
'Cause I
most of the
think-
week.
I think the dad is also will just be like the helpless dad at times. Like he does things like,
Wow.
oh, I forgot to do that, and the mom's just like, ugh.
The mom has
Wait, wait,
custody
wait,
of the
that-
dad.
Yes.
That's sometimes the situation.
Really
Yeah.
did not have to
A
do
little
that in this show. Like they didn't have to have the parents.
It's like-
have
I thought we were in a
tension.
cool enough place where Bluey's parents could be like lesbian.
Yeah.
or
I
just
thought that
like
would rock.
not having drama like that. Like just
Yeah, or just having the dad just like not be like, okay,
Like,
I
helpless.
guess we're gonna do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should be like, okay, cool. Now it's time for me to do the laundry.
yeah.
Yeah, it should just like I understand no one likes to do laundry. Like for the most part, no one likes to do these things.
Me
But the mom
neither.
also has that attitude too of like. The mom plays the classic mom role where she's like, your father goes saying that thing or doing that thing,
Yeah.
doing it
What?
wrong or something.
Oh, they have this whole relationship.
Yes.
Bluey has family tensions. This is so disappointing.
But
That
then
is
they
disappointing.
have stuff where it's like, oh, they're having their little date night and they have things that are like healthy, but it's like enough where it's just like, if you've been conditioned as a woman most of your life and you see that happen and you know exactly what that is, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's
They're gonna keep seeing
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
I've
like
been there.
yeah, even if you have like a husband that's like trying and for some reason that's enough, but like they should just be
Wow.
doing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Bluey,
It's like
do
the list.
better.
It's
Do
like
better,
the list. Do
Bluey.
you know about the list?
No.
Well, it's like the thing where like it's like classic like let's say like heteronormative couple like man woman and they're in
Uh-huh.
a relationship and they live together. It's like the woman is always doing the organizing and they're like the manager of the house.
Yes.
Right.
And then the husband thinks he's doing such a great job because he's like oh, just give me a list and I'll do it.
Yeah.
But it's
The
like the
honey-do
mental labor
list.
of coming
Exactly.
up with the list and knowing what needs to be done is
Right. Yes.
exhausting.
Yes.
See, I would-
and they
It's
make
not
such
good
a big
enough.
fucking deal out of the
Yes.
list.
I
It's
would
not good enough to
totally
just do the
prefer
list.
to like make the list and then not do any of it.
Yeah.
Like be like, I made the list, now do it. All.
yeah.
I sadly am anal in a way where I will make the list and execute the list because if someone else does the list, I won't believe them.
Wow.
I'm gonna be like, this is how you did the list.
yeah.
Seriously.
But that's where communication comes down. It's like if you're living with someone, whether that's like a partner, roommate, or anything, it's like you need to sit down and be like, okay, what are our expectations
What are our
of this?
duties, expectations of care?
Yes, because if not, then it's just like someone and two people who have different expectations of
Yes.
how clean or how things should be organized, and they're constantly like having to update each other on that. Then that becomes exhausting. Like you need
Yeah.
to like have an actual like hour-long meeting about
Totally,
that.
a household
Right.
meeting.
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah.
I do wish I like see the appeal of the like community, it takes a village structure, because I think in a bigger instance you would just have someone who like loves to vacuum and
Yeah.
is so good at it, and never could be like, oh my god, it's you vacuuming.
Wait, I have this
You're
crazy
incredible
thing
at that,
where like
and they just always do that.
I would like really resent, because I think there's some chores that like everyone doesn't mind doing. Like
Uh-huh.
I have chores that I hate and chores that I like
Say
don't
it.
mind.
Tell us.
Yeah,
about
what chores do you hate and like?
I hate unloading the dishwasher, and I don't mind loading it.
it.
I don't know why.
I get that.
Yeah, but it's like when I see someone who I know doesn't mind a particular chore, just doing that chore and not doing the ones they hate, I'm mad.
Mhm.
I'm like, oh, well, it doesn't even count that you're vacuuming because you like vacuuming.
Oh, you have resentment for
I-
other people's joy. This
Yeah,
is like a musical theater,
Wow.
kids. I think of the dishwasher as a compound. So I'll
Huh.
put it off longer, because I think if you unload it, you have to reload it.
Oh.
Type of situation. So then I'll put it off so I can do the whole I have to really grit my teeth and get in there, but I'll do it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I did that this morning. But like in an ideal world, I think I would be in charge of just loading, and then somebody else.
That'd
would
be nice if
unload.
you could be that specialized in
Yeah.
your own home and community.
Exactly.
Yeah. Max, what chores do you like or not like?
I think they're all just things I have to do, and just the fact that I have to do them brings me dread. It's like I'll have maybe like 3 hours like once a week or every 2 weeks where I'm like, oh, I want to clean everything and I
Yes.
want to do all of it.
Yes.
Mhm.
And it's like, I want to wash the dishes. I want to
Totally.
deep clean my toilet. I want to do these things. But if you ask me like 4 days later, I'd be like, I hate doing
I would
all of
never
it.
do that.
Yeah.
I'm going to Minecraft
Yeah,
myself.
I very
Yeah.
like, I might have ADHD, I don't know. But, and
Yo.
I've had many friends who've been like, you haven't. I go, I don't know. But it's like, it just comes in like very intense waves, and I do it
Totally.
intensely for 3 hours, and I hyper focus on it and doing it all, and then like the end of the day I'm like,
Yes.
I'm never gonna do that again.
Do you knock it all out usually?
I get as much as I can do until like I'm literally like so burnt out.
I usually get derailed because it's like, oh, I have to go find a rag. Oh, the rag drawer is crazy. I'm gonna dig through to make it crazier, and then I have to and I'll get myself on these side quests, and then I like burn out before I can even execute on my
Yeah.
initial plan. That's why you need someone to plan and like enforce.
Right.
Yeah, because some people in like relationships are just like family dynamics. Like some people are just good at being the manager, and some people are just good little soldiers. And
Yeah.
they're just like,
Right.
yep, I'll do that thing.
I
and
think
that's fine.
I wouldn't mind. Again, I wouldn't mind making the list.
Yeah.
If I didn't have to execute on like most of it. Like if one of the tasks was making the list, and I could just be like, I do that.
I think my dream life is you split the list. and
Yeah.
You split the tasks. Even
But it's like
Steven.
this thing. It's like this great also phenomenon where it's just like men in their house
They won't
like
take
just
on.
even and more so in like media and like some people see on TikTok. So obviously this
Mhm.
isn't everyone, but it's just this thing, this trope that's been analyzed of just like
Yes.
men don't know where anything in their house is.
No.
Yeah.
And if they just think 5 seconds, they could think it. But they'll just go to their wife and be like, hey, where's the scissors?
Where is
And it's
this?
like, you've lived here for 10 years and you don't know where
Yes.
the scissors are, and it's been in the same place for like
yes.
most time. Or even just like
And
just
kids
use
will
a
do that
second.
to a mom too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
a mom can be barraged with everyone asking where are the scissors.
Yes.
Where's the scissors?
And then
that's
they
exhausting.
found it.
That sounds like
Yeah.
bliss to me, not knowing where the scissors are. I would
Yeah.
love to just be
Imagine-
existing and never knowing where anything is.
Yeah, because you don't need to, because you'd be like, hey,
Yeah.
Babe,
Wife.
where's the
Snap,
scissors?
snap, snap, snap.
I
Yeah.
love whenever it could be a man of any sort of man like uses some item of mine in my home, like my toilet, and says like, your toilet seat's really loose. How do you stand that? I would fix that. I'll like automatically like have a crush on them because I'm like, wow, you're trying to keep the home more right than
Yeah.
me. That's an incredible quality for you. But then am I Bluey's dadding? Like, am I celebrating them for no reason or thing they don't deserve? Probably.
No, I would just love it if someone would fix the shit in my
Me
house.
too. Anybody.
Anybody. But
Anybody
you
at
know,
all.
in like holes, the I can fix it guy.
Yeah.
The hottest
sex
man of all
icon.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And because that's his one line. In my mind, he literally doesn't say anything else in that whole movie.
That's
like
what
a
I want
Pikachu.
from a man ultimately.
I can
It's just
fix
I can
that.
fix that and nothing else.
I
just
can fix
No
sucks.
that.
emotional support, nothing else. Just fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can
It's
fix
fun.
that. That's true, because that can go the other way on you, where someone tries to fix all your stuff, and it's like emotionally more. Someone tries to fix your problems instead of being like, I hear you on that. Tough. You're
Yeah.
killing it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. and then
Also,
you can
all of
resent
this
it.
actually does have
It
to
all
do
has to do
with
with Beetlejuice? Fabulous. Are there any other call outs you have about Beetlejuice before we dive into our ideas about it?
Well, I was just gonna say my experience with Beetlejuice.
Oh, please do.
Yeah. Well, I have seen the movie. I also rewatched it recently for this episode.
Bam.
But also, I have seen the musical.
Bam!
Okay, yeah.
You're a
On
Beetlejuice expert.
Broadway. Yes.
That's all the licensed canonical Beetlejuice media that currently is available to us.
There might be a graphic novel that I'm unaware of. But
okay. If
but-
there's, email us.
But in general, yeah, I'm a Beetlejuice expert, and the reason I saw the musical was because I had a job interview with the guy who wrote it.
Whoa.
And then I was like kind of intrigued by that.
Whoa.
So then I did
your
watch
work.
it. Yeah, I watched it, and I was ultimately kind of disappointed because I think the like original Beetlejuice is like pretty irreverent, and I think the musical like musicals it up.
Musicals sanitize stuff, but musicals are
absolutely.
better when they're irreverent.
Well, I think
Tricky.
it does have its irreverent moments, but unfortunately, there's also like intense emotional arcs and like power ballads and stuff that I just don't think belong in Beetlejuice.
Yeah, it's the Imagines Dragons-ifying of musical theater that has happened since 2010. And I think that's dark.
I
That's
think even
tough.
like because I watched Mean Girls the musical and I hated it.
Yes.
I thought it was awful.
I watched the musical, the movie, and walked out with a friend. We
good.
both looked at each other and we knew. We were like, it's over. It never started. Let's leave.
Man, walking out of a movie theater is powerful.
Lately, I'm back on that.
Yeah.
And it's just because I'm going to the movies more. I'm like, I don't sunk cost fallacy. I'm sitting there. If I start getting antsy, I'm like, what else could I be doing today?
There's so much more to do in the world
life.
than watch Mean Girls the musical, the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how I know reality TV. I love it more because I'll be like, yeah, I'll just keep this on and fold my laundry too.
Yeah.
It
Today
has
we were
me
watching
suckered.
Big Brother and then it auto-played Survivor and then we were like, all right, guess now
Guess we're
like,
going to learn about this.
Yeah, I guess we watch Survivor now. That's how I felt, at least. Yeah.
I needed the interlude. Also, I needed someone else to make the choice for me, which sometimes
Exactly.
feels
The mental
nice.
load. Yeah, the mental load.
Take the mental load off. I needed when
The
the TV took
algorithm.
the list.
when
yeah.
the algorithm makes the list
and we liked
for
it. We
you.
said, thank you, algorithm, babes. Thanks, babe.
You know what? That's actually what I want from AI in general.
That we all treat it like our wife.
Yes. I want AI to simply be my wife.
Well, did you see that robot recently where it was like with a woman and then there was like the woman, the robot goes to this backpack and like
Yeah.
kind of motions like, do you want this backpack? And they're like,
Uh-huh.
yes, please. And the robot takes up the backpack and hands it to her.
Yeah.
And people in the comments were like, oh, this is like, I would rather have this than like a husband. Like this robot's more helpful than my husband is.
Wow.
And the robot has no holes.
The bar's
It's not a sex
low.
thing. It's just like
Picking up
pick
one
it up.
bag.
Pick it
yeah,
up and-
literally
yeah.
like can help do things around the house. That's gonna be the next thing. I think
Handy.
is like it's like robots that are just going to be there because I think they will maybe get to a point where they're sentient enough to be like, and you could maybe hack it in a way, but it's like they're gonna become like as smart, if not smarter than humans. They won't want to like
do that.
do like weird sex things. You know what I mean?
Or they might really want to do weird sex things and they won't pick
Maybe.
anything up anymore.
I don't know. I mean, we'll see how that goes.
I
mean,
just don't want them to have wants. Can we stop before they have wants somehow?
They're not gonna do
No.
that. They're not gonna do that.
They're gonna have their wants. They're gonna have like things that we can't even explain.
It's gonna take them going
Yeah.
really bad before they try to like fix them to be like less anything creepy.
well,
And they won't
AI's
even do it.
It's already wild because they
Yeah.
are there's this one AI thing where I think it's like robots at some sort of factory thing where they're able to upload. It's like they have all these little robot workers and their whole mindset is in like a cloud thing.
Yes,
And
their
if
hive
one-
mind.
Yeah, literally. And if one robot learns one thing, they all learn it. And then they all are learning on each other. And they're like actual like physical robots doing stuff. And so like it's literally gonna become like her, you know what I mean? Like it's that, but with it's like
I hate that. I hate
Yeah.
that.
Wow.
If we could exchange knowledge that fast, that wins wars. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I feel
That's
so grossed out and
horrible.
prickly about that.
And you know what I'm still thinking? If a robot was just doing all your chores in your house, I bet marriage would be so easy.
I think it would still be hard
I
because
think it'd still be
in
hard
a different way.
because there'd be like it's people would then be aware of like the lack of emotional support on top of like
Yeah.
the
ChatGPT is pretty good at emotional support already, which
Ugh.
is crazy.
Boo.
Boo. I don't think. Yeah.
There's this. We're just gonna have to wait and see. I don't know. I can't.
I
predict the
hope it's
future.
not icky.
It
Okay.
will get icky.
I
It's
think
already
it's gonna be
icky.
icky
That's the thing.
too.
It already
Icky.
is so icky.
Yeah, I feel icky
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, back to freaking
Icky,
Beetlejuice.
sticky
Icky,
Beetlejuice,
sticky
right?
Beetlejuice. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha.
Do you guys have anything else to say before we get into our summary?
Oh,
go
My
ahead.
only thing with Beetlejuice is I love the fashion and I like the
Oh,
song
yes.
they do, and that's all I know.
What's the song? I don't even know the
when there's-
song.
Aren't they singing the song where it's like jump in the line? No,
it's
no,
like
no.
daylight come and we
Yeah.
wanna
Go
go
home.
home.
Yeah, I just know that
Oh.
scene, and then just like the fashion's awesome. And
Totally,
Winona
it looks
Ryder is
cool.
incredible, and she's awesome.
I think Beetlejuice's costume is one of the most iconic things of all time.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
The striped suit.
the stripes.
It's also
vertical
just
stripes.
vertical
You
stripes
see them less often.
equals Beetlejuice. Like fully.
Mhm.
Like if anyone's wearing vertical stripes, there's a chance they could be called Beetlejuice.
Like a referee.
Yes.
That's the only other person I could think of who wears vertical stripes.
That's literally it. It's either umpire or Beetlejuice.
Does Beetlejuice have like a referee type authority? Is he calling shots?
No.
No.
I
Wow.
mean, he's trying.
Okay.
but
Okay. I have no idea what everyone's relationship is to Beetlejuice.
I can't wait to see like what version of Beetlejuice, the character you guys have invented in your minds, because like truly he's a very specific guy.
He's just like a little freako. He's just like gross, kind of.
Kind of. Yeah, I imagine him. He's like nasty, and nasty in a way where he's like being like but also saying stuff that's like a little on the line.
Yeah,
You're like,
absolutely,
can you
yes.
say that?
Yeah.
Maybe stuff that's past the line in modern times.
Mm-hmm.
And I think then he redeems himself by being able to do stuff like play jazz piano, and like the worm that pops out of his eye is like a cute pet that you can tell loves him, and he like treats it nice.
Wow.
He's
And,
quirky.
like,
He's quirky.
he's quirky and like fun.
Yeah.
And I think he, in my mind, oscillates between like pervy but also is like sex positive.
Okay, Kipp, what do you think about Beetlejuice?
Yeah, I think I think just the same thing. I have nothing really more to add. I think his fashion's interesting. I think he's just like he's just a big old weirdo who's just trying to make things weird and just like get reactions from people.
He's definitely trying to get reactions from
He just
people.
wants people to
But like
react.
with a heart of gold.
I don't think Heart of Gold.
don't
I think
know
the
about
jazz
that.
piano makes him redeemable as a movie character, but you wouldn't want to hang out with him.
I think he could. I think he may have a little bit of a little heart, you know,
Mm-hmm.
but not that much.
I want to know what he's like when he's like alone.
Okay. Well, I'm going to say he doesn't have any redeeming qualities.
None?
Okay.
He doesn't play jazz piano. That would be awesome.
He doesn't even play
actually.
jazz piano.
Where'd
Should
you
he
get
be?
that from?
I just felt like that's like a vibe. Like Corpse Bride, they offset the underworld with it being like a cool jazz club. And I just think a lot of times whenever something's like dead or spooky, if it also can do a good lounge song, we like that.
Yeah, there's none of that. At
No
least in the
lounge songs.
first, no. He's just like a dirty, grubby opportunist who is a pervert.
Do you think he should be canceled? I did see an article when I was looking at Beetlejuice pictures. There's like 17 reasons Beetlejuice wouldn't fly today.
Well,
and
so
I
what
didn't
I-
click it, but I was like,
What I think is
Beetlejuice.
interesting about that article is that Beetlejuice definitely crosses the line multiple times.
Okay.
But all of those are present in Beetlejuice the musical, which was written pretty recently.
Interesting.
So that was all allowed, actually.
Okay, I'm scared, but I think I have an idea based on what's going on there.
Okay.
Any other Beetlejuice shouts? No? Should we get into it? Should
Yeah.
we try to guess what happens in old BJ?
Yes, I'm ready.
BJ1.
BJ1?
I think there's a house
Yes.
Mhm.
Say
and
that.
there's like a family that lives there. It's like Winona Ryder, and then like there's the guy who's from 30 Rock who has the little glasses and he's
Alec
young
Baldwin.
Alec
Alec
Baldwin.
and he's hot.
He's hot.
He's so
He's
hot.
and then there's
Yep.
there's this woman, and I can't
Gina
imagine.
Davis
Gina
Yeah,
Davis.
from
and
A League of Our Own.
and I can't even imagine what she looks like, and I don't even know who she
Her
is.
hair is teased out as hell.
And I
Yes.
think they're either like dating or they're like two people that are trying to like find Beetlejuice or something.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like they've heard about this thing and they've traced it to this house or whatever. And the
Yes.
house has some sort of like magic thing that
Yeah.
like summons him.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to do it in like a certain area of this house, or like there's a thing.
It's
there.
AI Alexa
Yeah,
sort of
yeah,
situation.
like a
Alright,
very
yeah.
special one. And then
Yeah.
there's like, and the girl Winona Ryder is the one who summons him. And now
Is she
he's
like their
wreaking
daughter,
havoc.
do you think? Or who is she to them?
I think she has other family members. Like those two people aren't related to her.
Yeah.
I think there's other family, and she lives in this nice house, and she hates her parents because they're just
Totally.
like rich parents who don't really give a shit about her. And so then like these people come to their house being like, oh, we're here to like help, like we need to figure out this thing, you know.
Okay, this is the couple.
Yeah, I think. And then Beetlejuice shows up and the parents maybe don't know about it, and it's only Winona Ryder who knows about it.
Oh, fun.
And then like the other two, and they're trying not to tell the parents for some reason. I don't know why.
Like Dunstan checks in. Have you seen that? A kid hides a monkey in a hotel that he's like hanging out with.
Yes.
That's like a style of movie where you have to hide a weird creature from your parents.
Wait, no. Okay, scratch that. Is that she's trying to prove he's real and no
Oh.
one believes her? Something like that?
Wait,
No.
so she's been seeing Beetlejuice already.
People don't
Yeah,
believe
like,
women.
She's like, Mom, Dad, there's
Yeah,
Beetlejuice.
there's a thing, and the parents like, whatever. But then
Oh
the two
my
other people are like,
gosh.
yes, like we know he's here.
Yes.
And because then there's a dinner party scene where they sing and they all get possessed and they're like freaking
Right.
out.
Yeah.
And it's like the parents' friends who are coming over to like have a fancy dinner or something. And then they eventually start to believe her, and then they work with with Alec Baldwin and another girl, and they're like trying to put him back in his box or whatever, and then they do successfully like get rid of him. And he's also being like weirdly sexual to Winona Ryder, and it's uncomfortable.
I'm scared about that too.
And he's doing that to like everyone. And he's a little freak out, and he's just trying to be weird and like be problematic and bad, and then he just gets put back in his place.
Okay.
That's what I think happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I allowed to say it? Well, you guess it.
I
'cause
I
you've
guess
seen it.
too.
I have seen
And
it.
then
You haven't seen
yeah,
it.
And then I'm gonna
she'll tell us.
tell
She'll give us
y'all
a
what really
rundown.
happens.
I'm so excited.
I think that was good. That's really close to me. I'm definitely like Beetlejuice is a pervert. I
Yes.
definitely
Yeah.
have that
Yes.
sense.
Okay.
Okay. So I think there's a lot of lines being written here. I think it's like Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis move in to an old creepy house. And I think they maybe have to. The reason I made up is they have to because they're like, they inherited it and they're on hard times. And they're like, oh, well, I guess we got to live in your like weird aunt's house. And so they go there. They don't really like it. And I think Winona Ryder is their daughter who looks like disproportionately goth to their sort of normie appearance to be like, they're not connecting right now. There's a disconnect in this household. And I'm torn because I think when Beetlejuice gets there, one thing he's going to want to address is if the main couple is getting it on. Like, I imagine him being like, because you two squares are never jumping each other's bones.
Okay.
And I think they need that. I'll say it.
Okay. You
I
think they
think-
are squares?
I think they're squares, but in that scenario, I imagine them being like a young married couple without the
Okay.
teen daughter. So I kind of want her to be like, I don't know what else she would be, a pet sitter. Isn't there a dog in this?
I don't think so.
There's not a dog that like
No.
interacts with a ghost or anything.
There's never a dog.
Well,
but that's
maybe in Beetlejuice.
maybe in
Fingers
Beetlejuice-
crossed.
There should be
A dog will interact with a ghost.
I
in
think
Beetlejuice,
I think a
Beetlejuice.
dog would fit in just fine to
Okay.
this plot.
Interesting. And he's a pervert. I'm thinking about humping legs, but no way Beetlejuice does that. He
okay.
better not.
I just think a dog would hate Beetlejuice. just
Oh,
fundamentally.
definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
He's not bringing a good energy for the pets
No,
of the
for
household.
sure.
But anyway, so I think that's how Beetlejuice is treating him. I think they move into this house and maybe there's a scary portal to the underworld or something. Or maybe there's some big bad, like amorphous creature. Parts pervy and sex positive.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
like
yeah,
a really
yeah.
problematic like sex therapist.
Oh.
No, totally.
Something like that.
Real type of guy. And I think someone like that can help you but also damage you at the same time, which
Yeah.
I think Beetlejuice's vibe is. But I think if this house is falling apart and there's a big portal, there's something like nasty in it.
Okay.
And they're like, what are we going to do this freaking portal? We're just normal and our daughter's goth.
Okay.
And maybe the daughter one point in the basement is like dancing around in front of the portal to like the Smiths or something. And then we see from portal perspective, someone's looking at the daughter.
Oh, it's no
And
pervert.
who is it? The old BJ.
Yeah.
And BJ comes by and he slinks out and he's like, hey, so you got this hole in your wall to Beetlejuice Town. If you want me to close it, you got to give me your daughter's hand in marriage.
Okay.
And then the couple's obviously like, no, oh my God. But she's
No.
kind of like, what if I did? But just because she hates her parents.
Yeah, and she's goth.
And like, she's like,
Yeah,
okay.
she's like, why not try something else out?
Why not try something else out?
Yeah.
Sure. But that's clearly a bad idea. But I think she
Totally.
entertains it long enough for there to be some shit like he puts a magic necklace on her where if the portal isn't closed in 8 days, she's coming with him back in or something like
Okay.
some kind of trappy type situation. Oh, so I was imagining him kind of, this is the trade-off, and I think they don't like consent to it, but maybe she does in a moment that's like, yeah, I will go with him because I don't freaking want to be with you. And then so it's like locked in. I think more and more weird stuff keeps coming out of the portal. I'm imagining it essentially to be like the O3 Cat in the Hat, a movie I love. And where I think the Cat in the Hat is being like insensitive in ways, but not cancelable, I think.
Weirdly,
not sexually.
I think aesthetic wise, at least, there is a lot in common between Beetlejuice and that Cat in the Hat movie.
Okay.
It sticks in the memory,
Yeah.
sludge and stuff. But ultimately, I'm thinking that Winona Ryder cannot marry Beetlejuice.
No.
Ew.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they do about it. But I think eventually they shove Beetlejuice back in the portal and they close it with love and the power of family.
Wait, in yours, where does the saying Beetlejuice 3 times come in?
Maybe they're going through all this. They're like, oh my God, this house is so full of junk. Like, what is this dirty letter?
And then it says Beetlejuice.
And it's like, or like, you know, if you ever move in somewhere and it's like the fridge is old, sometimes you'll look in a drawer and there'll be a pamphlet of how the fridge works. Maybe where that would be, it's like trouble with the fridge, call Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, there's no phone number. And he's there already in the fridge. Like something like that.
He would. He would do
Yeah.
that.
But I imagine him to be very in the verbal space. Maybe you get rid of him by saying, how'd you say Beetlejuice backwards? Equality, basically. Equality,
Yeah.
equality. And then he freaking goes away. Thank God.
Wow.
But do people, I feel like I don't know if people love Beetlejuice. Like, I'm dressed up as him right now, and I'm like, is he a sex offender? That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Wow, are we gonna find out?
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you all about
Wait, can I say one more thing
Okay.
about Beetlejuice? One other core memory I have about Beetlejuice isn't about Beetlejuice himself. It's about my one roommate I had in college who would just drink like a Bud Heavy for dinner vibes. And she was Beetlejuice for Halloween one time and got alcohol poisoning. And the next day I had to take her to the ER, but she was just still dressed as Beetlejuice the whole day in the ER.
Matching.
And she was fine. They put her on a drip. She was totally fine. But it was hilarious. Like, we had to stop my car so she could barf at the light, but it was Beetlejuice
That is
doing it.
exactly what Beetlejuice would
I've
do
always
as well.
thought that.
Yeah.
I thought we stole a bunch of barf bags from the hospital just for fun. And
that
I was
is
like, we're Beetlejuicing right now.
Exact Beetlejuice vibes. I
We're
can't believe
juicing.
even after that you didn't watch the movie.
I just didn't. It didn't even
That's all you
occur to me.
needed.
Yeah,
You
I was like, this
experienced
was
it.
my Beetlejuice
yeah.
experience. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so excited to see you.
What's the information?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say actually, Kipp, you got a lot of things correct.
Go Kipp.
Yeah. Okay. So the main characters that we meet are the Maitlands, and that's Adam and Barbara. And
Wow.
Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis.
Okay.
And yes, Alec Baldwin is extremely hot in this, and they're both like kind of dorky, but they love each other.
And they're gorgeous.
And
They're
they're
gorgeous.
dating.
Yeah. No, they're married.
They're married.
They're
Aw,
married.
Are they a young couple?
They're a young couple. They live in the house.
Okay. Cute.
It's a quirky house. It's like old wallpaper. They love it. They love the house, but honestly,
They're hipsters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're hipsters, and they're like making out all the time. They love each
Oh,
other.
so they're sex positive.
They
They
are.
don't need this random pervert to show
No,
up.
and he is just a pervert. Okay,
He's just a pervert?
So-
I need to take off this makeup.
so they go to the town for something. On the way back,
Uh-huh.
they're driving back, and then Gina Davis is driving. She accidentally drives them off a bridge into the river,
No.
and they die.
Oh.
Yes. And they go back to the house. They end up back in the house somehow. And they
Right.
don't realize they're dead for a second. But then when they try to leave the house, it's like this weird surrealist desert.
Yes.
And there's this giant sandworm that like has black and white stripes.
It
And
sounds awesome thus far.
it's actually awesome
Whoa.
for like the first 2/3 of it. And then I hate the
okay.
rest
Are
of
they
it.
in sort of like surrealist, the upside down hell of their house?
They're in the regular version of their house, but they can't really like touch
They're
anything. or-
ghosts?
They're ghosts.
And Winona Ryder moves in?
Yes.
Slay!
And her family.
Yes. And her family,
Okay.
the Dietzes.
You were
Okay.
nailing it.
Yeah. So
Wow.
it's like a kind of corporate dad.
Lydia Dietz, because the mom from Schitt's Creek is in this, right?
Catherine O'Hara
People love her.
plays the stepmom of Winona Ryder, and Lydia's Winona Ryder's character. I don't
Yes.
remember the mom's name, but either way, the mom is like an avant-garde Yoko Ono type, but
Yes.
wannabe. They're all from the city. The mom immediately hates this old house. She has like a interior designer / like spiritual guru character who is amazing.
I wish that was my job so bad.
Named Otho, and immediately they move in and they're like, we have to change everything, and they're gonna change this whole house. Meanwhile, this stupid ass couple who they're like nerds, so they should be into this, but like they get a book and it's called The Handbook for the Recently Deceased. It just like appears in their house.
Nice.
And they don't read it. I'm like, guys, what else
is
do you have
made
going
for
on?
you.
Like, freaking read this book. And like,
Are they definitely dorks, like personality wise?
yes, Alec Baldwin has built an entire miniature version of the town in the attic.
Yes, the mini hat.
Yeah.
I've always wanted one of those. That's one of my fantasies.
Yeah,
A little
and
train town.
it is cool, but
It is cool.
clearly they have time to read a book.
Yeah, that's crazy then. You wouldn't read the
Yeah.
Afterlife manual if you read the train manual.
They like kind of start reading it and they're like boring, snooze, and like throw it aside.
Nice.
But yeah, so the Dietzes move in, they redecorate the whole thing. They hate it. They have to hide in the attic all the time because like
Redecoration.
yeah.
A house that is undone is very good fodder for Beetlejuice, I feel like.
Right.
A renovation, a home renovation.
Yes.
There's family drama during
Beetlejuice is really about aesthetics. Like it's really about like the tension between different aesthetics. And I
Okay.
think that's like powerful. But also when they first get this book, they also get an advertisement for Beetlejuice. And it's him and he's like, "Hey, you have any problem with the living? Call Beetlejuice."
Oh.
And then so that's why I think it's about the power of
So
advertising.
he's like an intermediary.
yes.
Which is kind of like a sex therapist, but like more
But
relational
the
in general.
couple summoned him.
the couple no, he's not there yet.
Oh.
So they're still like trying to figure out
They
what
can
the
either
hell to
read a
do.
handbook or they could call a consultant.
Well, so
Beetlejuice.
first they're like, let's try to scare these people away, and they try being scary. But the problem
That's
is,
cute.
they're a cute couple. It's like hard for them to be scary. They like try putting a sheet on. It's just not. It's
zany.
just kind of pathetic. Also, the couple can't see them, but Lydia can
Mm.
because she's like
Goth.
Something cool.
so she can see ghosts. And
What if
she
you being goth just meant you could see ghosts?
I
it
wish.
does in this universe.
That's crazy.
because she's just like she sees things that other people don't because she's like so
Yes.
quirky. But anyway,
Good
they
for her.
like they form a relationship and she like really likes them. They really
Aw.
like her. And she's like and she doesn't want to like leave the house, but she is like, I hate my stepmom and I hate this like
Right.
vibe, and she does want to help them. And then finally they finally read the book and they find out they can go to the spirit world because they're undead. And like the spirit world is kind of like has a DMV vibe.
No.
Like you have to like take a number and then sit in a waiting room with like quirky dead characters.
Also not a great spot.
No, it's actually kind of funny. Like the dead people are all like there's a guy with a shrunken head. There's an entire football team that got like exploded on a plane. Like it's like funny and quirky and
Yeah. I
This-
remember Shrunken Head Guy just from the
Yeah,
background of my life.
Honestly, the underworld, the part you see of the spirit world, which isn't very much, is like the most fun part of the movie. But then they finally get to talk to their caseworker, and she's like, "You didn't read the book, you idiots. Basically, you're stuck in this house for 125 years.
Oh.
So the only way to get out of this is to scare them away. Like otherwise, you just
Okay.
have to cohabitate." And so they like try to scare them more. First, they're like, "Okay, let's talk to this Beetlejuice guy, see if he can help." The caseworker's like, "Don't talk to Beetlejuice. He sucks.
He's gross.
He's a pervert." And they're like, "Nah, let's talk to Beetlejuice." So Beetlejuice lives in this miniature village for some reason, and
Where the Alec Baldwin construction?
yeah. He's in like the attic thing.
Oh, nice.
So they go to talk to him, and they're too grossed out. Like he like grabs both their asses and like is like just being gross and weird, and like they just don't like his vibe. And
Is
he's
he
like,
the ghost that was in the house before they became the ghost of the house? Like he's the OG ghost of the house?
no, he actually used to work for the caseworker. Like he was her assistant.
Ew.
But then he was too much of
he
a
was a
perv.
social worker?
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Yeah. Exactly.
Disgusting.
He's a demoted social worker. But yeah, he's like yeah, I'll get rid of it. You just have to say Beetlejuice 3 times. Come on, say it. What do you got to lose?
How far are we in the movie at this point?
About halfway. I would
Okay.
say. And then they're like, "Ew, no, we hate you, and we're gonna do this ourselves." So then the parents are having like a fancy dinner party, and then we have the famous scene where the
Possession and
Maitlands,
singing.
yes, they possess them and they make them sing "Daylight Come and We Want to Go Home," and they
Okay.
think this is gonna work, and the couple's gonna get scared out of the house.
That's pretty harmless as far as
yes.
acts to do while possessing someone.
But instead,
Oh,
the couple loves it. They all love it. They're like delighted by it. They're they're like, wow, we have ghosts.
Oh, because it's avant-garde.
Yes.
That's fun, like in a Tim Burton way.
Yeah. And then they're like, we should make this a haunted house. The dad works in like real estate. Yeah. And he's like, I'm gonna call my business partner. We're gonna get some money in on this.
I see.
This is gonna be so
it's the
fun.
opposite of what they want.
Exactly.
A bigger challenge.
So then they're like, Beetlejuice, actually come help. And then he comes and he turns into a giant snake. And they're like, okay, we don't like this.
Phallic
this is,
symbol.
This
gross.
is too far.
Yeah.
Get out of here again. And they banish him again. So now they're kind of like at an impasse, and but then they're like, okay, maybe we can just like make this work or something. But meanwhile, the couple or the family, they really want the ghost to appear again, so that they can prove they exist for the business partner's sake. And then also Beetlejuice has gotten a glimpse of Winona Ryder.
Ew, and he's horny for her.
And he's obviously horny for her goth vibes.
Ew.
Yes, even though she's literally a teenager.
Ew.
Yeah. So then Otho, the spiritual guru guy, steals the handbook, and the corporate dad invites his business partner over for dinner, and he's going to prove that ghosts are real. And they try to get Lydia...
The Ouija board thing.
Yeah, they try to get Winona Ryder to help because they know that she knows them, and she's like, no, fuck that. She just doesn't want her friends, the ghosts, to be like part of the scheme or whatever.
Okay.
So she's like, yeah, I'm not gonna help.
She's not trying to let her family profit off her friends.
Yeah, exactly. But then, so then also she has a conversation with Beetlejuice, where Beetlejuice is like, let me out, come on, I want to change everything, let me out. But she like doesn't fall for it. She says, here's the thing, she says Beetlejuice multiple times in that conversation, but it doesn't count. And then she also says, Beetlejuice. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to say it again. And that doesn't count either. So I'm still trying to figure out.
It's like a Hannibal Lecter, Jodie Foster
situation
where there's the glass between them.
Yeah. They have a twisted little relationship.
Okay.
And then what happens is the business partner comes over, and then Otho starts like performing some shit from the handbook to like try to summon them, but it's accidentally an exorcism.
Oh, is this like the grand moment?
Yeah, this is a climax.
Okay.
So like the exorcism is happening, which means that they're literally gonna die. Like the ghosts are like aging before their eyes, and they're gonna die
Pretty
forever.
Pretty fun visual effects.
Yeah, in a horrible way. So then Lydia doesn't know what to do, so she goes to Beetlejuice for help, and she says, Beetlejuice. He shows up. He's like, I'll help you, but you have to marry me. So Sam, you were right about that too.
Yeah.
So then he comes down. He does save the couple, but then he like throws them out in the desert so they can't help. And then he's like, time to marry you right now.
Ew.
In front of like her family.
Does she get out of it? She better.
Well, yeah. So first everyone tries saying Beetlejuice multiple times, but they all say it so slowly. Like they're like, Beetlejuice. And then
wait, you just say it 3 times and he goes away?
Yes.
Easy.
I know, but they can't because
they
do it so slowly, and each time he's like able to stop them.
Okay.
And then
he's a fast talker. That's one thing about Beetlejuice.
I know, and everyone else is the slowest talker of all time. And they have to like shout Beetlejuice in like a theatrical way that leaves plenty of time for interruptions.
Good targeting on his part.
But then finally, right before they're gonna get married forever, which everyone knows is legally binding forever, the Barbara Gina Davis comes in on the back of that sandworm, and the sandworm just eats him.
Fuck yeah.
What?
Simple as.
And then the end of the movie is that the ghosts stay in the house, and Lydia comes back from school, and she's like, I got an A on the test.
Oh
and then they like celebrate with her, while her real mom and dad are like, so nice that the ghosts are parenting her now.
Oh, that's so sad and grim, but kind of good. It's kind of like iPad baby vibes.
Yeah.
Beetlejuice is like the porn, like that's out there on the iPad.
Yeah. Just like ghosts
she's being neglected.
That's ultimately the moral of Beetlejuice.
Don't give your child to the ghosts. Don't give your child to outside forces. Connect with your child. Was Beetlejuice so gross that you're like watching it and being like, I hate this? Like, why am I watching this?
No. He's not that gross, but also
the teen child bride.
He's barely in this movie.
Okay.
Really?
That's shocking.
Like, I wanted to see way more of him. I wanted to see way more of the spirit world. It's like really rushed. I don't even know like what this movie is really about.
Interesting.
At the end of the day.
People love it. Do you think it's just because of the strong vibes?
It's very strong vibes. I think I love it in like, but I wish it were better. That's all.
Totally.
Yeah. I love all the concepts. I do love Beetlejuice as a character, but like we barely see him.
Yeah.
And
I like that the couple's the ghost. Never would have guessed that as an outside observer.
Yeah, because I was like they were in the house a lot, but it, like for some reason I was like,
That's
They're
their
there
house. They're a
for
normal
some
couple.
reason, and, yeah, I didn't.
Well, because
Yeah.
you were right on the money with like there's the couples and then a separate family.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like hard to guess the reason why.
Yeah,
Which
I
is
couldn't-
good, I think.
yeah.
But yeah, they didn't know how to close. That's horror comedy for you. A worm just eats it.
Yeah.
The randomness of life.
Man, I'm so fascinated. So now I have to go watch it, and then I don't watch the second one at
Or
some point. Or what's
we
the deal?
can watch.
We're talking about we could go watch it and talk about it. We could go watch the second one and talk about both of it. Like whatever.
I love guessing what it's about and then hearing what it's actually
Well-
about.
well,
That
how
is
about-
fun?
How about this? Like off what I just told you. What do you guys think the second one could be about?
Ooh,
Yeah.
Okay. The second one, well, Winona Ryder's in it, so I
Yes.
think she's still living there. I think maybe her parents are like they've moved out or something, or like she's coming back to this old house because she like went to school or something. So she's
Mhm.
like, I want to go back to like my old family's home or something like
I'm
that.
moving back into my mom and dad's place. Yeah.
Something like that. And then like, but then I don't know if the girl is like her daughter in that movie.
Jenna Ortega,
Yeah.
who keeps playing Winona Ryder. She was Wednesday Addams
Yes.
famously,
Oh.
and now she's Winona Ryder's role kind of in this,
Mhm.
which is
Yeah.
interesting.
So I'm like, it seems like the two of them have like maybe a good relationship in that movie. So
Mhm.
like, I don't know if they're like, if that's like her aunt in that, or like if that's her daughter, and
Yeah.
it's like
yeah.
her showing her where she grew up in and talking about like these ghosts that she knew, and maybe her daughter is sort of like, I don't really know if I believe that, or if she is on board and is like, or if she's also trying to defy her mom or something, you know,
Mhm.
and being like, oh, like what is this? Like I heard this old tale, and her mom was like, don't ever say this.
Yeah.
But now I'm gonna say it because you said not to.
Exactly.
Oh.
Type of thing.
And yeah, in a fit of teenage rebellion,
Yeah.
she summons Beetlejuice.
And you would regret that
Yeah.
real quick.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, that's the only other reason why I think, because it's like Winona Ryder's character, I feel like would be smart enough to like tell her daughter, like she's cool and goth enough to be like, yeah, this is what happened and stuff, and this guy's like a pervert and awful, so like, you know, don't
Fuck that
really,
guy.
yeah,
Yeah,
fuck
yeah,
that guy,
yeah.
whatever. Just like, whatever, my mom, whatever, regardless of how cool my mom is, like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be against that. I don't know. I couldn't even really
I
guess
kind
what
of
else happens in it.
want to see it be, because the Winona Ryder was raised by like rich neglectful parents. Maybe she has a sibling who's also like a rich neglectful parent and has a daughter they can't deal with because she's goth, and Winona's like, just send her to me, I guess I'll take it, because I do think we don't see enough of the aunt nephew niece nibbling
Yeah.
relationship.
Yeah.
And I think that's a powerful relationship,
Takes
and
a
we need to
village.
celebrate
That's her
aunts.
village.
Yes, and I think that's a good situation for your aunt to plug in on.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
dealing
is
with Beetlejuice
Beetlejuice.
with you.
Yeah, honestly,
Call
I
an aunt
would
in.
not want my mom to deal with Beetlejuice with me. I would
Yeah.
much rather take that to my aunt.
Give it to the cool aunt who like likes the same music as you. Let's see that relationship and let's get
Yeah.
him. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's like, yeah, Winona Ryder's living in this house, and then like, yeah, it's her sibling or something, and they're coming to visit their weird
Yeah.
like aunt or whatever for the summer, and then like the aunt's kind of talking about this Beetlejuice character but doesn't really say much about it, and so then the
Right, like
dog's
she
like,
d-
I'm curious about
yeah.
Yeah.
Curiosity killed the cat.
And I think she would try to like keep it secret because she's like, I'm past that. I don't want to deal with that. This is my house.
it.
And she's kind of like, no need to tell the kid. But yeah, she could find the card or something.
Yeah.
Or maybe there's a reason why it's like this thing where he got eaten by worms, so she's like, oh, he's dead.
Well, he's actually
Right.
not
Or
at the very end of the
yeah.
movie. He's like at the DMV.
Back in the underworld.
Yeah, he's waiting in line. Yeah.
I happen to know that this movie also features a sexy, maybe dead lady
oh.
who's kind of like Elvira coded, like long black dress, long black hair. And what I would like to imagine is that in the sort of Big Mouth, the puberty monsters way, this movie introduces a lady Beetlejuice. Because I think in 2024, an older woman who
yeah.
slays can be like,
Absolutely.
who's this yummy little thing?
Yeah.
And let's see that.
Yeah.
And I don't know who she's being like that to, but I think it's a fun idea.
Well, what I want to see is I want to see more of the underworld this
Mhm.
time, like way more. She could just be a different character in it. The musical had a lot more of the underworld than the
That
movie
makes sense.
did.
This one,
actually.
they're teasing a lot of underworld.
Yeah.
How about this? I want it to be like Beetlejuice comes back somehow, and Winona Ryder, they finds a second card that's the sexy lady.
Oh.
And she's like, I'll catch Beetlejuice.
yeah, I got Beetlejuice problems.
Call sexy lady.
lady.
And so they bring her in.
Yeah.
And then so she's on the hunt for Beetlejuice with all of them. And maybe they have to go to the underworld because they're going to get him for real this time.
But maybe the sexy lady is also a problem in the same way that Beetlejuice is a problem.
But more okay.
But what if
I don't think she wants to marry the daughter.
Yeah, what if Beetlejuice takes Jenna Ortega into the underworld, like captures her?
Ooh.
And then
Winona's like,
and the
shit, I have to go get her
cool
back.
goth
And so
lady.
then summons sexy Beetlejuice
Yes.
lady. And then like those two go and
That's also
And they
like
go kick his
Stranger
ass.
Things vibes.
Which Winona's done recently.
Yeah.
She's in. I think that's a fun movie.
My
I'm happy
take,
for them if that's what they're doing.
My take on this is, can Beetlejuice still want to marry a teen? I think Beetlejuice should, instead of being into Jenna Ortega,
Still likes Winona Ryder.
yes, still likes Winona
Ew.
Ryder. Yeah, that is grosser in some ways, but I think more palatable to modern taste.
I think it's like bad though, because then we're like forgiving him for still being into her as an adult, even though he like tried to groom her. I'm not into it.
But then if that happens, then it's Jenny Ortega having to learn how to go. But in like the trailer, I feel like she summons Beetlejuice. But maybe Beetlejuice takes Winona Ryder's character, and then she has to summon sexy lady Beetlejuice,
Yeah.
and then she's like, I have to go save
What
my
if they
aunt.
whitewash it and they make you forget that Beetlejuice's whole thing is he wanted a child bride and he's just married to the sexy lady, but they have the Bluey and his wife dynamic
Ooh.
where Beetlejuice is like being a pain in the ass and she's like, oh my God, Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
But she's like taking a hold of him, but she doesn't like it. And so then they whitewash it kind of by being like, now they want a daughter. Or Beetlejuice wants a daughter. So he's not being a pervert anymore. We're pretending
He's
was
gonna be
never
a girl
one.
dad.
Yes, he wants to be a girl dad. A modern disturbing thing.
Yeah.
And then you have to call the other lady because she comes gets him, and at the end it's a reveal that she's now his wife.
I kind of
But-
think this could be like kind of what you said, Kipp. I was thinking the same thing of like daughter is goth. Maybe Winona's not even goth anymore. And it's she's the mom, and her daughter's, she's like trying to understand and connect with her, but her daughter still kind of hates her. And then like either finds out about Beetlejuice, finds out about the underworld, whatever, goes off, and then the mom has to be like, Beetlejuice is a pervert, and maybe she doesn't believe her.
Yeah.
Maybe she's like being bad too with Beetlejuice.
they're not the mom and the daughter are not connecting.
No.
The aunt and the niece not connecting.
Yeah, which is funny because that's what she did in the first one. I just think sometimes we forget the lessons of our youth.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's the ultimate.
That's the
That's
ultimate
what's
right
awesome.
there. And we can't know what we don't know till we learn it ourselves. I think a
Yeah.
lot of times, sadly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cycle continues.
The cycle freaking continues.
continues.
But I do think they need to kill Beetlejuice for real.
Yeah, well,
Wow.
they can't make a third one, so they have to, unless we're gonna.
Maybe
get
the sexy lady can take
Yeah.
over for Beetlejuice.
Maybe.
I am also wondering, do you guys think this movie's gonna be good?
No.
No.
Okay.
No. Oh my God, no
It'll
way.
At least be It'll be entertaining, I think, but I don't
Uh-huh.
think it's gonna be like good. Which is like because I love Winona Ryder. I really.
I
love
do
her.
too. I think I could actively hate it.
Yeah.
Like for sure.
Yeah, I think it's probably gonna be awful. I also think, unfortunately, due to like just the current climate, Alec Baldwin cannot be in this
No,
movie.
he cannot. He's also not hot anymore. And you know what I say?
What?
Banish him.
Banish him.
Whoa.
I think I'm gonna do a double standard that I don't even feel that way about women. But Alec
Okay.
Baldwin, if you're not pulling your hot weight, get off
Yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
TV.
I think it would have been
now
funny.
you're a murderer too. Come
It
on.
would have been funny if he had to play Beetlejuice now. Like that was his punishment.
That's his curse. I think he would do an interesting job. They're definitely gonna make it girl power killing Beetlejuice based on what you said.
Okay.
Or else.
Or else. I think we could keep getting Beetlejuice, letting him get away with his crimes. I think we could still do that. Because I think, he's the ultimate Halloween costume for a reason. Like, no one's
Right.
talking about the teen marriage aspect
Have people
of this.
forgotten that Beetlejuice wanted to marry a teen? Email us if you forgot.
I think people forget a lot of things.
Okay, Susie Ramone has something to say.
Hey Susie,
Hello. Just a little emoji.
what
Just an
emoji is that?
Is it a dolphin? Oh yes, it is. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is
Thank you
small.
for that, tech
Hi,
person
Susie.
Ash. Blastoise indeed.
Blastoise indeed. Hey,
Well-
sound off your favorite Pokemon in the chat if you feel like it.
I love Mudkip.
Mudkip is so cute.
I like Mudkip.
Is Mudkip your inspiration?
Yeah,
That's
that's
so
where my
cute.
name comes from. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow! I've always wondered.
Yeah.
I like Mudkip's such a good one. I think I might just be a Charizard.
Mm.
I always like Charizard's little Charizard was like if Beetlejuice wasn't nasty and just was being like eh. And I like that quality in a person. but in pop culture, it's often accompanied by unsavory traits.
That's the thing. Like, I think everybody actually likes it when Beetlejuice is sexually harassing the couple.
Mhm.
I think that's like totally fine.
How's the couple feel about it?
They hate it.
Okay.
No, it's definitely a harassment. Like, it's not allowed.
Yeah, it's not therapizing.
Yeah.
Totally.
He's
but
like,
it's like, all right.
Yeah. We're
Yeah.
kind of into it. In the musical version, he like fully kisses both of them on the mouth, and they both hate it.
Okay.
But we
that's kind
love
of like
it.
Rocky Horror style, except in Rocky Horror they like it.
We love
I
it.
thought they were gonna like it, kind of. Because Rocky Horror is all about them being like, I shouldn't. Like back whenever like the weird guy wants to kiss them.
But the
and
thing
they're
is,
happy.
But the thing is, Dr. Frankenfurter is literally hot. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Bringing it.
He's wearing like fishnets. Beetlejuice is disgusting.
Yeah. Does Beetlejuice have a worm coming out of his eye?
I
got a
don't.
worm coming out somewhere else.
Ew.
Ew.
That sounds like something
Maybe.
Beetlejuice might say, Kipp.
Yeah.
I think
I'm
Look at my
already-
worm.
I'm infected.
Beetlejuice.
You're infected by the Beetlejuice
Yeah, I
worm.
haven't even watched it.
Beetlejuice mania.
Yeah. No, he's a nasty little
Yeah.
fucker.
Well, I think this is plenty from this episode.
Wow.
Beetlejuice is definitely
Somebody's type.
somebody's type,
absolutely.
though. And aren't we all?
No, that's what actually my other takeaway from the movie is that I have two boyfriends. One of them is Alec Baldwin.
Of
One
course.
of them is Beetlejuice.
Wow.
That's what I was going to say.
Okay.
Those are the only two boyfriends I know that are in this movie.
And they are both my boyfriend. They are.
Really?
mean?
They're like in like two different ways. It's like challengers. They represent like opposites, the dichotomy.
The ego and the id
Interesting.
type
Yeah.
situation.
Like I think I would want at home always Alec Baldwin. I think I want to come home to an Alec Baldwin.
But you do want to see Beetlejuice in the streets?
I think I kind of want to like have Beetlejuice on my arm at a party or something.
Wow.
Really?
You're
Yeah.
going to be smacking everyone's ass?
I'm like, that's a
Me
bad
too. I'm like,
idea.
that's
I don't know about
crazy.
I think I would be into that. I think people would be like,
Okay.
"Whoa, she's dating Beetlejuice." Like it would be a topic for the
And you
for
just
just
want
for
it.
drama. But if it's in a bad way?
Like,
Maybe it would be.
Like,
I
you don't want to
know.
hang out with him at a party with him, like on your arm, like talking to him and having to talk to other people with him.
I don't think he would actually talk to me that much if he was at a party. He'd be like a force of nature.
You just want to let him loose on a party?
I think I do. But as my
Wow.
boyfriend, and I think I'd be
But
like,
as your boyfriend.
I think I'd be like, oh, Beetlejuice. There he goes.
Doing like bad shit.
Doing bad shit.
we gotta see how bad he is. Because
Yeah.
now I'm like, how
Yeah,
bad is he? Because I was imagining like I wouldn't do that level of
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
No, I think you would.
I would.
I think he's like annoying and like yeah, he does cross the line, but like ultimately he's a Halloween costume. It's not that serious at
It's
the end
not
of the day.
that
Is it not?
serious.
It's not that serious.
We
I
have to
can't
watch
say, I
it.
can't
We have
say.
to watch it before we can
Yeah.
weigh in on the seriosity of Beetlejuice's actions. We're gonna learn something. We're gonna learn something about society
something.
and culture and
And we'll come
Yeah.
Summer Halloween.
and the
And
summer
summer
Halloween. I do think it's inspiring people to act Beetlejuicy, and I'm gonna say it. There's a desperate dry horniness in the air.
Mm-hmm. That's
For better or
the other
worse.
thing. Beetlejuice's vibes are ultimately just desperation.
And that's so clown.
That's so clown, and people
clown.
love a clown.
Yeah,
that's
and that's
so
why
clown.
I think ultimately that's why he's not actually more of a threat because he needs so much.
He's a clown,
And like him being unleashed onto the world is so brief. You know what I mean? Most of the time he's just begging you to unleash him.
interesting.
Yeah.
that makes it seem like Beetlejuice is supposed to be like your own baser instincts.
Yeah. Yeah. I think so, yeah. Because like the couple isn't willing to go far enough to chase out the family.
Right.
He's like, I'll do it for you, but you have to unleash me.
Huh. But I guess we gotta watch the movie.
Gotta watch the movie.
We gotta watch the movie.
We gotta watch the second one.
All right. So current game plan: we're gonna watch the movie.
Yes.
We're gonna do that, and we're gonna report back.
Hell
We-
yeah.
we will.
I like that.
We will
Okay.
report back on Twitch.
Wow.
Wow.
First Twitch experience. How is it?
It's been great. It's been chill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
not bad. I haven't looked at the computer at all. I keep forgetting it's there, and I
Yeah.
think that's kind of good and bad.
Yeah, you forget that.
Chat,
there's
I'm sorry if
people
you feel
watching.
neglected. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
but I
quick
think not bad.
quick
Thanks for coming on, Kipp.
plugs.
Yeah,
if
thank
you
you.
have not ever tuned in to Happenstance, then we have an Instagram.
We got a backlog of eps.
We got a
you can
backup.
type exclamation point socials and you'll get it. Let's see. I
Yeah.
think I
Kipp
think I
helps
made
us set
that.
us up. Thank you, Kipp.
And yeah, you should check out Kipp's show. The
Streamer Smackdown. At what's the name of the conference?
It's at TwitchCon.
Yes.
It's at TwitchCon, and it's gonna be Friday, September 20th, at 7:30 p.m. Doors are at 7, And it's not happening at TwitchCon. It's at a venue that's right next to Petco Park, which is like a 10-minute walk from the convention center.
Nice.
So you don't have to have a TwitchCon ticket to go to this event because that's really, 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 really expensive.
Yeah.
So this is like a whole separate thing. So if you're just in San Diego and want to see a really, really, really cool, fun
really,
show.
really, really
Really,
cool.
really
Really, really,
cool.
really fun.
Yeah,
clown.
you can go to my Instagram, Hey Kipp, and you'll get a link there. You'll figure it out.
You'll figure it out.
Yeah.
You're on Twitch. You can click a damn link.
Yeah,
guys.
You're
I
better
know
at
you got
technology
it.
than we are just by using this platform.
You got it. This has been fun. Thank you, Kipp.
Of
Thank
course,
you.
of course. It's
Until
been a
next
blast.
time.
Until
Yes.
next time, Happenstance.
Happenstance.
Wait, we didn't play the theme song.
Oh
Okay, should
yeah,
we do
Do
that
you
real
have your
quick?
guitar? Yeah.
Here, I'll let y'all play it
Max
while
vocalize. Wait,
Oh,
no, you're
okay.
stuck in it. Sorry.
Okay.